Eric Rogers and Adam Smith here with Coach Mike Stassi of the Monona Grove High School. And, you know, Coach, you come in here, you have Wisconsin Football Coaches Association Player of the, or Coach of the Year, I should say. And, you know, you're always looking for ways to improve. So coming in and opening up the 2014 season, what can you do to build on last year?
Well, I don't know if we're building on last year. This is a new year for us, and we know that the seniors that we had were great kids. They're gone. This is new. So the way we build is we have to, you know, fill the holes that some of the seniors left and then make our improvements along the way.
Coach, what are some things that you're going to have to do in order to have success against Mount Horeb tonight? What are maybe some three keys that you might have?
Well, one of them is going to be contain Mailer and to get pressure on Mailer because he is just something. He's a dual threat quarterback, as we all know, and he's just a phenomenal athlete. And then I think, you know, stop that running back too, number 25. He's pretty good as well. And, you know, just our guys got to play fast and physical and, you know, get pressure.
Well, I guess the other thing is, you know, you don't usually have to combat this, but you have weather to deal with tonight. And what are the things that you did to, I guess, keep your guys hydrated?
Well, that's what you do is you just constantly hydrate your kids, talk about bananas, potatoes, coconut water, whatever it takes, you know, to make sure we're taking the proper steps so, you know, we don't cramp up and, you know, that we're ready to play.
Being it's the first game of the season and probably not a lot of live special team reps, how important do you think special teams will be in tonight's outcome?
I think it's going to be huge. I think it's huge every game, but like you said, Adam, I mean, with the new rules in place and with the amount of contact you can have at times, yeah, it's definitely a concern. We believe we're ready, but we'll find out tonight.
Well, everyone is 0-0 heading into tonight, and you're hoping to get that win. But, you know, I guess what's the one thing that you're going to be looking to take away from this game, regardless of whether you win or lose?
Well, definitely what areas we need to improve on. I think first game is definitely a way of finding out what you're good at and what you're not real good at. And then from there we'll move on. But like I said, we've got a lot of young kids playing right now. So, you know, we're just going to see where we're at. And when you play great competition is where you get exposed. So I'm sure Mount Horeb will expose some of the things, and then we'll just, you know, get to work on those things.
Well, that's going to be it for us here with Coach Stassi, and we'll be right back with the kickoff. So stay with us for the CW57 High School. Eric Rogers and Adam Smith here, the CW57 High School Game of the Week, the Kickoff Bowl. Mount Horeb and Monona Grove coming in here to Monona Grove High School, rather. And, you know, we talked with Coach Travis Rohr, and, you know, he kind of talked about the things that they're going to need to do coming into this game. And obviously one of those things is staying hydrated here tonight with the weather that we're having. And the other thing is containment of the skill players of Mount Horeb, namely your running back, your
Torn Young
right.
of Monona Grove is the man that they're looking to stop here. He's returning all-conference running back. They're going to really have to contain him, swarm tackle, get him down on the ground, force MG into a passing attack because they want to run the ball. That's what they do best. They're going to want to run the ball, and with an unproven quarterback coming in this year, they're going to really want to stop that run, force MG to throw, do something they're really uncomfortable doing.
Yeah, and Martine coming in as a new quarterback for MG here tonight, and you know, Mount Horeb has a good quarterback of their own. They've got Max Myler, and he's going to be one of those coming in as a junior this year, and definitely an impact player to watch. And obviously with the weather, that's going to be the things here that you know, Coach told us that we're going to have to keep an eye out here.
He's definitely a dual threat quarterback in their spread, no huddle set. A lot like Oregon, they said they like to run. So look for the read option plays, screen plays, and look for a way to really take hold of their running game and passing attack, especially with a young receiving corps.
Yeah, Nate Osterloo, a receiver that was going to come in and make a big impact for Mount Horeb, is out with an injury, an undisclosed injury, and they don't know when he's going to return, but they're in the meantime going to have other receivers step up. So we're going to take it right up to the booth and hopefully have the kickoff here shortly, the Kickoff Bowl on CW57 Sports. Welcome into Monona Grove High School for the Kickoff Bowl on CW57 Sports, featuring the Mount Horeb Vikings and the defending Division III state champion Monona Grove Silver Eagles. If you recognize my voice, I'm Eric Rogers from Madison Sports Talk radio station 106.7 FM, 1670 AM The Zone. Alongside me this season is former head coach of the Madison Mustangs and 2011 Ironman Football Hall of Famer Adam Smith.
Thanks, Eric. Very happy to be here. It's going to be a fun night.
Well, it's all going to be a muggy and humid night here at MG High School. The Silver Eagles looking to continue momentum they built last season with the state championship. The Vikings come in hoping to start their own very impressive legacy, having never earned a state title. They could be on their way as they bring in all-conference quarterback Max Myler and running back Wyatt Thompson. And now we have the players running out on the field to start this contest. Adam, what are we looking for keys in this game?
Well, I think the keys up front are if Monona Grove, with their revamped offensive line, have 4 incoming starters this year. If they're going to be able to control the line of scrimmage against veteran defensive line of Mount Horeb. Second, are they going to be able to get the running game going with Torrin Young? And on the converse side, is Mount Horeb going to be able to stop Torrin Young and force MG into a passing game? And I think the third key, outside of turnovers, which is in any game, is going to be special teams, especially with this first game of the season. Not a lot of live special teams reps in practice. You don't run them in scrimmages, so special teams could be a huge factor here. And if you look on Mount Horeb side, they have a brand new kicker, so we have to look for snap of the long snapping timing, holds, kicks. Those things can come very important and really change the outcome of a game.
Well, how about Max Myler, the quarterback and punter, passing for over 1,500 yards and 24 touchdowns last season. Also has the dual threat, running for over 600 yards and 8 touchdowns last year as well. So obviously containment of Myler will be important for Monona Grove. And Monona Grove, a lot of replacement on that line, both offensive and defensive. And we talked with Coach Stassi, and he said we put up last year in the past, and we're focusing on this year. I mean, they've had a lot of holes to fill. He said, quote, "Our players need to work hard and prepare for what will be a very challenging season."
Well, they do want to be able to start their own identity. They don't want to be known as the 2013 state champs. This is the 2014 team. It's completely different than last year. They're looking to build on what they can do, and this is going to be a great test against Mount Horeb and the returning people that they have coming back and the success they had last year, and they're going to want to do the same. So everybody wants to get off to a great start and really get towards that conference championship.
And we have the players lining up on the field, getting ready for the national anthem and kickoff. But the last time these two teams played each other was last season, October 18th. Monona Grove won that contest 14-0. Max Myler, led the offense, going 16 for 29 for 188 yards. They did lose running back Brock Offerdahl. He had 28 rushes, 161 yards, and 2 scores in that game. So this could be a new look team for both teams, and coming in here not really knowing what to expect.
The state champion football teams of 1977 and 1984.
And Mount Horeb did get retribution in 2012. They won 49-21 in the Level 3 playoffs, and they went on to lose to Catholic Memorial in the state semifinals. But Monona Grove has won 2 of the last 3 contests between these two teams, and Coach Stassi didn't sound extremely confident in what his team was going to be able to do this season, because I guess you don't necessarily know what you have until you get on the field.
Absolutely, and I know Coach Costi is very confident in his young men, and he's prepared them well. That's one thing that you can hang your hat on with MG, is that they're going to be well coached, they're going to be disciplined, and they're going to give great effort. And that's a trademark of Monona Grove and Coach Stassi and his program and his coaches. So
it looks like we will rise here for the national anthem. We'll pause.
Thank you. And at this time, ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the north end zone, where tonight's colors are being presented by Cottage Grove Boy Scout Troop number 145. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise, remove your hats, and join Monona Grove seniors Jordan Gerlach and Leslie Goff for the singing of tonight's national anthem.
And now we have gone through the national anthem, and now it is just up to the players to do what they do on the field and get this kickoff bowl underway on CW57 Sports. So, Adam, what kind of things are we looking forward to here tonight as we get underway for the kickoff bowl?
Well, again, with Mount Horeb, I think they're going to, want to establish Max Meyer and really get him going offensively. They're going to want to probably start off with some short passing, get him in a rhythm, get the run game going, and then try to hit MG with a couple of deep balls off the play action. MG is going to want to get that ground game going. They're going to want to get Torrin Young going, get their new quarterback comfortable, and ease him into this offense and try to get some positive, success out of their drives. If they don't get any points, it's okay. Punt's a win. Work the field position, especially with this young quarterback. Give him confidence. Run plays to give these boys confidence, and then as soon as they get some points on the board, then it starts to become a little easier. But it's definitely a hot, muggy night. Everybody's going to need to stay hydrated. That's going to be something we have to watch. Cramping, and I'm sure they're going to be taking some extra precautions. The refs will with timeouts and making sure everybody's watered up.
And we do have the ambulance over in the north end zone, just in the event that something were to happen. And now getting the ball teed up is Monona Grove. Monona Grove kicking off. It's going to be Drew Schuchart. Drew Schuchart, also a wide receiver and D lineman. So now kicking off from the 40, working left to right. It's Monona Grove. And here is the boot down the middle of the field. Seated at about the 6-yard line up the middle of the field. Going to the left side, finding a crease is Mount Horeb. He's got some room and finally shoved out just past midfield. That's number 33, Jacob Conrad, the running back and linebacker.
Well, there it is, special teams right off the bat. Great kickoff.
Join us this week for the
not quite the replay we were looking for, but here we go. Now,
hey, roll with the punches, right?
Yeah, right.
It was a great, great return by Zach Quam, and he hit that seam. They did a great job blocking up front, and that's what you want. You want a one-on-one with that kicker, and he got a great starting field position for Mount Horeb's offense.
And Mount Horeb will start on the Monona Grove side of the 50, about the 48-yard line. And here out of shotgun right away is Max Myler. Takes the ball, hands off, up the gut. No, he fakes the handoff and brought down for a loss of about 1.
Well, again, zone read there. It was a grid mesh. Wasn't a great read, but he really had nowhere to go. It looked like the two guys, defensive end and defensive tackle there, someone got missed, and they both made the play.
So here they come, a similar formation, but just one running back there. That's Matt Bloom. But here's the pass to the right side line. Caught and dipping past a couple defenders and near a first down, but looks like the ball's out. Picked up by Mount Horeb and dragged down close to looks like the official's going to be down towards the 20-yard line, and that's going to be a first down for Mount Horeb.
Zone read there.
Grid mesh. Wasn't a great read, but he really had nowhere to go. It looked like the two guys, defensive end.
Here we go now, first and 10 from the 24-yard line. 11 minutes to go in this first quarter. Same play, right side, slips past the defender and brought down, looks past the sticks again. So another quick pass to the right side and first down.
Again, as they're getting to the line quick, this tempo is high, and those screens are going to force MG's defense to cover sideline to sideline and really slow their pass rush down.
Yeah, well, when you expect Wyatt Thompson in the backfield there, and he fakes the handoff. No, he actually does hand it off, but this time stuffed, and looks like Monona Grove is going to get the ball on a fumble. Wyatt Thompson, his first carry, and it's a fumble. So as you said earlier, you were talking about turnovers at the start of the game.
That's the case in every game, and when you're
zone read there. It's a grid mesh. Wasn't a great
read, but he really had nowhere to go. It looked like the two guys, defensive end and defensive tackle there, someone got missed.
So
and,
it is a
they
first
both
and
made the
10
play.
for Monona Grove on their own 16-yard line after the turnover. So now we'll get a chance to see new quarterback Stephen Martine. And it is a handoff up the gut. Not much on the run there. So good pursuit to the ball for
Like
Mount Horeb.
Looked like an inside zone play. I thought that Martine could have probably rode that a little bit longer, forced that defensive end to really commit or stay home, and he get a better read and decision on that ball play.
Well, already some substitutions for Monona Grove. The Silver Eagles now 2nd and 10 from the 16, 10.5 to play in this opening quarter.
A double wing here.
And there's the pitch going to the right side. A nice move.
Wow.
And off past the blockers, and he's going to pick up, let's see, about 7 yards on the carry.
That was a great individual run by Torrin Young. He had nowhere to go and made 3 people miss and was able to get some positive yardage, and 3rd and manageable here.
Yeah, Torrin Young, an all-conference running back last year, and you see why on a play like that, making the defender miss, and you always are going to go after that. Yards after contact is always good. So 3rd and 4 for the Silver Eagles. Ball on the 23-yard line. Martine looking left, finds the receiver open. Nice catch in the open, and that's Brady Blang, the junior. That's going to be a first down again for Monona Grove.
And we talked about easing in, Martine into this offense with simple throws, and that's a nice, easy way to do it. Roll them out, little play action, nice, easy throw to the flat, easy first down, keep the chains moving.
Well, you get your 6, 7, 8-yard passes are those bread and butter passes, and you always take those. 1st and 10 from the 34, 9.5 to play in the opening quarter. Martine out of shotgun, takes a snap, fakes a handoff to Young, and this time I thought he was caught in the backfield, but he slips out and picks up about 8 yards to the left. An elusive back is Stephen Martine.
I'm sure that's one of the reasons he's at quarterback. When he has the ball in his hand, he can make things happen. 2nd and short, might be looking at a big play action here.
Well, being able to run the ball, you have your Torrin Young in the backfield. You also have the quarterback Stephen Martine, who can do it all. So we'll see what happens here. 2nd and 2, they're going to call it officially on the 42-yard line. Going under center this time. No, excuse me, out of shotgun. And he's going to run the option play. Doesn't pitch it out, and this time he slips as he tries to get the corner on the outside, and brought down by Johnny Fisher.
It looked like a straight run play, Eric. They put the back in motion, and Martine got the ball and was just running, trying to get the first down. Looks like they're going to need a measurement here.
So the officials will come in for the first measurement of the night. And at this time, we'd like to give a special thanks to the following businesses for supporting this high school bowl series all season on CW57 Sports. A-1 Furniture and Bedding. Thank you, Mr. Paul Canarella, and the good people over at A-1 Furniture for supporting us this season. It's our official bowl series sponsor, the A-1 Furniture and Bedding. Over 30 years of providing the best prices and best service. And it is a first down for Monona Grove after the measurement. So a good job of just running up the gut, and even though you slip and pick up first downs on a broken play, so not a bad break for MG.
Even though it's hot, it is very, very muggy, and as the sun goes down, that field is going to get slicker. We might see a couple more slips.
Yeah, the humidity we talked about earlier before the game. 1st and 10 from the 44, 8:15 to play. Out of shotgun, Martine to Young, running off to the right side, goes backwards, and he is stuffed in the backfield. Nowhere to go for Michael Vassine. Vassen on the tackle. It's going to be a loss of a couple on the play.
Mount Horeb's doing a great job getting defensive line penetration, getting off their blocks, swarm tackling. You saw 3-4 white hats on Torrin Young. That's exactly what they want to do, force MG into a 2nd and long situation.
And it is 2nd and long, 2nd and 13 from the 41. Shotgun again, looking left. Martine has time. Wobbly pass over to the left side into double coverage and intercepted. Easy play for Alex Field, the safety.
really don't know what Martin was looking for there. He's double covered. He had Riley in the flat wide open. It's the same play they ran for the first down in the first series. I'm sure the coaching staff is going to go over and talk to him and find out what he was seeing and make the correction, and hopefully that doesn't churn over again.
Well, Martin, the senior, he had time to, behind the line of Brady Blank last year, except Brady Blank's brother, Tyler, last year. So he knows the offense. I just don't know what he was looking for there. And now it's going to be Mount Horeb's offense back out on the field for the second time, looking to not turn the ball over. Here's the handoff, a near slip. Running back getting a couple of yards on the play, so not much on these field conditions.
That was a better read. That was a better read by Moy there on the inside zone. Great cutback by Thompson. Able to get a couple yards up the second and about 6.
So now the Bloom the lone man in the backfield next to Mailer. So Mailer going over to Bloom, but that pass is incomplete as the receiver Wyatt Thompson actually couldn't haul that one in.
That's a pretty popular play out of that trip set. Easy way to get just like a toss pass out to your running back there, trying to get a couple extra yards, and unfortunately Thompson dropped that. And again, third down and long. He really cuts down on your play selection when you get into these situations.
Well, it is 3rd and 8 with 7:02 on the clock. It's 0-0 in this kickoff bowl. The Vikings now. Myler out of shotgun. Man to his right. He's looking down the middle, and I didn't think he was ready for that. But a great catch by Trey Reckner, one of the tight ends who's going to have to make an impact with the loss of Nate Osterloo, and he makes up for it with a big gain down the seam to about the 37-yard line of Monona Grove.
That was an excellent catch. That ball was not greatly placed. It was behind him. He saw it late, was able to corral it and get some get some yardage up after the catch.
Well, keep your eye on number 5 as this game goes along. Myler does hand it off and fakes out the defender, but good pursuit from Monona Grove, and Thompson picks up about 4 or 5 yards.
And they really like that inside zone play. That time Thompson bounced it to the outside, one-on-one with a defensive back there. Second and 5 is a great position to be in.
And 2nd and 5 is second and manageable. With 6.5 to play. In quarter number 1, it's 0-0 between Monona Grove and Mount Horeb. Mount Horeb with the ball working right to left. Ball on the 32-yard line of the Silver Eagles. Got a little pause on the action here. So we get the ball placed by the officials, waiting for him to get off the ball. But 2nd and 5, the clock is now running. Myler gives the handoff to Thompson, but swallowed up in the backfield by a host of Silver Eagles defenders. It's going to be a loss of about 3.
Again, field conditions, it's dry, but because of the humidity, that field is wet, and that's about the 4th slip we've seen by a ball carrier. They're really going to have to concentrate on keeping their feet underneath their base when they're making cuts, so that in order they don't slip.
Well, here, 2nd and 8 they're going to call it, or 3rd and 8 is a down marker. So Myler out of shotgun, Thompson next to him. Fakes the handoff, goes right. He's got a man deep over the defenders, and a flag comes out.
I think they covered the tight end on the right side. Looked like by their formation. They covered the tight end. The tight end is not eligible. There it is, illegal man downfield.
Well, it's almost like you were a coach, huh?
Been known to do it every week so often.
So with the ineligible man downfield, it will be 4th down. Sending out the punting unit, it would seem, but Myler is still out there, so.
Well, that's the thing. Myler is the punter, too, so
good point.
It's a smart strategy to do.
So accepting the penalty is 3rd. So instead of making them punt on 4th and 8, becomes 3rd and 13 for Mount Horeb.
I don't know if I would have done that.
It would have been a very long field goal otherwise.
I would have taken that.
Third and 13
I would have declined that penalty and made them punt.
And so now 3rd and 13,
Let's see
5:38 to play, the
See if
opening
this
quarter.
works out for MG here. Oh, number
So 4
3.
wide receivers, and wow, just blown up in the backfield. Nowhere to go. Zach Stinson in on the sack.
That's why Coach Stassi is the Wisconsin Football Coaches Association Coach of the Year. That's a great play by Zach Stenton there, coming off the edge. He's had a big game. That's his, I believe, his 3rd tackle. And
Well, it's also a risky call. You have 4 wide receivers streaking down the field for Mount Horeb, and you send 2 men up the gut with that double A gap blitz. And it worked out that time. So now 4th and 22 for Mount Horeb. So waiting for Myler will be punting this ball. So we get a different look, see how his leg is, and now we get a late substitution for Mount Horeb.
they're going to have to get this ball off fast here.
And there it is, a high snap, but Myler gets a nice boot. And they're going to let this one go, and it does not die before it gets into the end zone. It's going to be a touchback. So MG will get the ball on their own 20. So while we have a second, give a special thanks to the following businesses. The Green Bay Packers, proud supporters of Wisconsin high school football. For more information on the Packers' involvement in youth and high school football, please visit packers.com/youthfootball. This broadcast would not be possible without the support from these local businesses. So here's the other look for Monona Grove. Stephen Martin coming off that interception. Fakes the handoff, does hand it off. So we got Brady Blank running over to the left side, onto the sideline and dragged out, but that's going to be about a 7-yard pickup, so nice job by the Wings.
Well, that purpose of that jet sweep is to get somebody going in motion. Hopefully there's some over pursuit. Torrin Young with a great block on the flat defender that had made his way upfield, was able to push him up the field.
Well, it's also a good sign of a good running back. It's not necessarily to run the ball, but to block as well. Torrin Young,
Yeah, now he's
spraying
out,
him there.
he's out wide in a trip set.
So 2nd and 2. 3:54 to play. And Martin dodging the defender, but not picking up anything. I guess it's better than taking the sack.
Yeah, and the counter off of that sweep action was a quarterback keeper. Having the action go to the left, pulling the tackle backside and trapping, and having Martin go up underneath that trap block.
Well,
Got a couple of yards, and it'll be 3rd and inches here.
Yep, 3rd and inches for MG. 3:25 and counting to play in this first quarter. On the 30-yard line, their own 30-yard line.
You know, watch pad. This is pad level here.
And here is the run
Oh,
up the
Torrin
gut
Young.
and past the first down and more. A good run up the gut. Torrin Young out to about the 38-yard line.
Those are perfect examples of pad level and leverage, and when you teach your defensive linemen and your offensive linemen, low man wins, and then that play, Monona Grove's offensive lineman out-leveraged the defensive lineman and got some push, and Torrin Young was able to squeeze through for the first down.
I guess we'd like to take a special thanks again. Cousin Subs, Wayne Kimball and family of Cousin Subs are proud supporters of Wisconsin high school football and the MG Silver Eagles. Cousin Subs, better bread, better subs, better day. And here we go, 1st and 10 on the 37. Good pickup block and launching again deep down the field. Ball a little bit short, and there's the flag. Trying to hit Trey Powers down the middle of the field, and he got caught up with the defenders. He had to slow up because that ball was underthrown. But there's the flag. It caught up in both safeties. So the pass interference will be an automatic first down.
Yeah, it looks like Colin Byer got caught up in no man's land there, and I'll check that. That was Alex Field. He got caught up in no man's land, not knowing where the ball is, and when that receiver slowed down, he ran up the back of him and caused the interference.
And it's 1st and 10 from the Mount Horeb 48-yard line. 2:36 to play in the opening quarter. It's 0-0. Martin under center. Sandman's in motion. Fakes a handoff to the fullback, takes a shot in the backfield, but almost escapes it. This time corralled by a host of Mount Horeb defenders for a loss of about 2 or 3.
Mount Horeb's doing a great job so far, being sound and responsibles, reading their keys, especially on these reads. They practice it. That's the thing. They practice against it every day against their own offense. So they're used to having a slow play, finding the ball, doing their responsibilities, and then swarming.
So it goes down as a loss of 1. 2nd and 11 from the 49. Same look here. Martin falls, and that's going to be a loss of 3 or 4, 5, but there's the late hit against Mount Horeb. Didn't have to hit him as he was going down. That's going to go against, I believe,
Brett Lotz, number 11. Yeah, that's unfortunate when you have something like that happen in your favor, and then it's blown by something that unnecessary.
Well, sometimes the defenders get through that line so quickly they just can't stop. But then again, I don't play this sport, so you got to be able to control your body.
Absolutely. We talk about, again, keeping our feet, staying under control. You never like to be out of control.
I play this sport, so you got to be able to control your body. And
Absolutely.
1st and 10 from the Mount Horeb 39-yard line. Minute 47 to play in the opening quarter of the Kickoff Bowl. MG and Mount Horeb scoreless here. So Martin and the offense working down the field after getting the ball in a touchback on their own 20.
MG's is putting together a nice drive right here.
So now out of shotgun after the penalty is Martin. He's got Torrin Young in the backfield. Two wide receivers to either side plus the wings. Goes to the outside, bounces to the right. Spin move and met by all these white jerseys at about the 45-yard line. So now a big gain, but hard-earned yards.
When I coached my running backs, I told them the first 5 yards were mine. Anything after 5 was his, and that he could do all the dancing and juking he wanted. I know when Coach Stassi breaks this film down and they come back to this play and they're going to show Torrin Young that all he had to do was follow that guard on the pull, and he'd been up the middle, and he might still be running. So he decided to bounce that outside and do a little jukes, and he didn't really get as much as he could have out of the design play.
Well, it goes down as a gain of 4. Torrin Young gets a handoff again on the delay. That's
what happens when you follow the guard.
He's still going, and he's finally pushed out at about the 15-yard line and a late hit. And you can see Michael Vicine is not happy about the call, but it was an easy one. He was clearly out of bounds. This is going to be 1st and goal territory.
And if Mount Horeb ends up losing this game, and I know it's early, but they're going to look to this drive right here when they give up 3 15-yard penalties on this drive. You have literally a 1 in 30 chance when you start from your own 20-yard line of scoring a touchdown starting from your own 20. So they're already down inside, and that's what happens when you follow the guard.
He's still going, and he's finally pushed out right there. 15-yard line and a late hit. And you can see
draws the foul, and that's
is not happy about the call, but it was split the 15-yard difference, makes it 1st and goal from the 7. So Martin out of shotgun. One receiver wide out to both sides. Torrin Young gets the handoff again.
Same play.
Past the defenders and near the goal line, dropped at about the 2. 45 seconds and counting in this opening period.
Mike Vasson did a great job getting penetration in there, making Torrin Young have to make a move in the backfield. Slows up the time, and he wasn't able to get behind that guard. They just ran that play 3 times in a row. That little gap play where they pull the backside guard up into the linebacker. Double team on the 3-tech.
Andrew Nahimiak comes in at running back for Torrin Young. Nahimiak, decent speed, great vision on punt returns, usually where he's used, and instead of timeout used, it is a Green Bay Packer timeout with 15 seconds to go in the opening quarter. It's 0-0. It'll be 2nd and 3 when they come back, but at this time, we'd like to take a commercial break, and we'll be right back for the Kickoff Bowl on CW57 Sports.
The Boys and Girls Club of Dane County is a nonprofit youth development organization that serves nearly 3,000 young people every year. Our vision is to inspire and empower all young people to reach their full potential as productive, responsible, and caring adults. Our mission is to be the leader in youth development programs by developing partnerships to produce positive outcomes for young people, families, and communities. For more information, go to bgcdc.org or call 608-257-2606. This message is brought to you by Metcalf's Market.
Wayne Kimmel and family of Cousin Subs are proud supporters of the Monona Grove Silver Eagles, brought to you by Cousin Subs on Monona Drive. Cousin Subs, better bread, better subs, better day. Go Silver Eagles!
Join us this season for Girl Talk, for fitness and fun, fashion, and more.
Girl Talk right here on the CW57.
And back here to Monona Grove High School, where MG is threatening right at the end of quarter number 1. It's 0-0, 15 seconds to play. Second down and 3. Second and goal, I should say, on the 3. And Torrin Young had checked out. He just got them down to the 3-yard line. And Martine under center, quarterback for Monona Grove, and driving up the middle, and that is a touchdown. Zach Stinson, the senior, coming in for Torrin Young to put the first points on the board for this kickoff bowl.
That was a great second effort by Stenson. He was stuffed in the backfield. MG did a great job of having leverage and really pushing that offensive line back and had him wrapped up in the backfield. He spun right out of it and was able to find his way into the end zone.
And here's the extra point coming. And the extra point is good, and it's going to be 7-0 for Monona Grove. And with 9 seconds to go, MG is up 7-0, so we will take a quick break and come right back with the Kickoff Bowl on CW57 Sports.
It's the great tent event at A-1 Furniture. Sofas $299, 5-piece living room sets $699, bedroom sets $499, and so much more. Plus, 1 year free financing. A-1 Furniture's great tent event going on now.
The Pizza Oven Restaurant and Bar, your place for catering and delivery, happy hour deals, and casual dining. Want the best lunch buffet at the best price? Stop in and enjoy our endless pizza, pasta, breadsticks, soup, and salad, all for $8.99 after tax. Ready whenever you are, Monday through Friday between 11 and 1:30. Stay for dinner and try our family-sized chicken dinner, made complete with coleslaw, fries, and a roll. The Monona Pizza Oven. Come see who's loving the oven.
And here we are back to Monona Grove High School, where Monona Grove leads Mount Horeb 7-0 after the Zach Stinson touchdown. Torrin Young and a slew of penalties led to that touchdown drive starting from the 20-yard line. And now Monona Grove will be set to kick off. But Adam, what did you see quickly out of that drive?
Well, I saw MG really capitalizing off of Mount Horeb's mistakes. And 3 15-yard penalties, 45 yards. Just, they capitalized on what they should do. And then Coach Rohr should be coming out, when their guys come off, that's an aberration. That's not going to happen the whole game. We're going to get it back right here.
And Monona Grove will be on defense here on the kickoff return. And finding room again, the same kind of thing. And that's again Jacob Conrad finding room up to about midfield once again. So on the return game, Conrad finding room for Mount Horeb. We'll just have to see if his offense can capitalize.
Again, special teams showing right here. It is a third of the game, and it's very important whenever you can start off with great field position. Again, it's real positive for the offense, changes play calling, more aggressive by the, opens things up for your offensive coordinator. And it's going to set Mount Horeb up to be able to respond. We're going to see how they're going to respond right here. That's what we talk about as coaches when something bad happens. Gave up some points on that last drive. We're going to say we did it ourselves. We shot ourselves in the foot. We're going to cut that stuff out.
And so that is the end of quarter number 1. While we have a moment, we will send it away and come right back for the Kickoff Bowl quarter number 2 on CW57 Sports.
At Bella Domicile, we're not package-oriented, we're you-oriented. Custom cabinetry and design for your kitchen and bath or any room. Nesbitt Road, Madison.
It's the Great Ted event at A-1 Furniture. Twin mattresses, $99. Queen sets, $199. Memory foam queen sets, $499. And so much more. Plus, 1 year free financing. A-1 Furniture's Great Ted event going on now.
Madison Media Institute. It's your dream. The future is now.
20 years ago, I was just an ordinary student here at UW-Madison, but I had a dream to create the world's best pizza, and I did. I created Falbo Brothers Pizzeria. Try our version of a calzone. The Falzone comes with your choice of 3 toppings and a side of marinara sauce for just $6.99. Order the Fat Falbo Oven Baked Sandwich, loaded with ham, salami, pepperoni, mozzarella, banana peppers, roasted red peppers, and just a hint of garlic. The next time you're in the mood for a great pizza, call Falbo Brothers. Gourmet pizza delivered.
And coming back here to the Kickoff Bowl at Monona Grove High School, where MG leads Mount Horeb 7-0. Mount Horeb just coming out of the second quarter here, just 2 straight plays now to Wyatt Thompson, both to the right side. This one a running play. Picks up a decent gain of about 3 yards to make this a 3rd down and manageable.
Yeah, outside zone play there. That's the first time they showed that tonight. Did a great job getting his shoulders turned, getting upfield. Again, getting to a 3rd and manageable. That's what you're trying to do as an offense. Get to 3rd and manageable.
And it's 3rd and 5 for Mount Horeb. Max Myler fakes a handoff this time, looks left. And Thompson, that pass too high for him. He's unable to catch it in the flat, and that's going to be an incompletion, and now 4th and 5.
It's the same play they ran on 1st down. They'll run the receiver deep, hoping to be able to carry the defensive backs, and then just flip it out to Thompson there. A little too high for him to be able to handle.
Yeah, Myler, the all-conference quarterback and punter, not too great on that play, but now 4th and 5. It appears they'll go for it. Myler out of shotgun now. Ball on the 48-yard line of Monona Grove.
Looks like it'll be a quick punt here.
So it is a quick punt, as you said.
That's a great strategy to use for this reason.
And
Nobody's back. They're not expecting it. Get the ball down inside the 10.
Yeah, great punt from Myler, and like you said, using the dual threat ability of Myler to their advantage, and Monona Grove is going to start with this ball on their own 8-yard line, so good placement and a good strategy for Mount Horeb.
This is going to be a key possession in this first half for Mount Horeb. They're going to have to stop MG here. They're going to hopefully get the field position on their side and be able to get back on offense and score some points.
So Stinson and this MG offense, or Martine, come out in this offense. 2 wide receivers on the left side, 1 to the right. Swing pass and too low for the receiver. That was Brady Blang, the intended receiver, but that's going to be a quick 2nd down now for
I used to tell my quarterbacks that it's more important that we're reading right. We're making good decisions with the football. Again, first live action, really under the lights, people in the crowd. We're gonna have time to make those throws. We're gonna complete that pass, but we know that it's open. So it was a good read by him. Put the ball in a good place. Just couldn't get it completed on the speed out.
And Martine now under center, fakes the handoff, rolling right. Got plenty of time. Finds a man and drops it. An easy reception for Jackson Riley. Looks like he looked up the field before he caught the ball.
Yeah, he knew he had some room. He knew he had that number. And Nick Nolte cleared it out. He was dragging across the middle there, and he had some room. He just got to look it into the tuck.
Well, now Mount Horeb, after 2 incompletions, is faced with a 3rd and 10 on their own 9-yard line. 10:45 to play in the second quarter of this contest, the Kickoff Bowl. It's 7-0 MG, but faced with a tough test. Under center, Martine. Rolling left. Defense chasing him, and he's going to go down for a sack near the goal line. Great pursuit by Mount Horeb and putting them in a precarious position, now punting deep near their own end zone.
And it's exactly what Mount Horeb wanted out of their defense. They got a great stop. They're pushing them back. It's going to be... I always thought, as a coach in this situation, not to go for the block here, to set up the return, because you're going to get really good field position. And that way we don't run into the... Oh!
Jackson Riley nearly let that ball
stepped
go,
out.
It looks like he did.
That's going to be a safety.
So 2 points will go
Again,
to
special
Mount Horeb.
teams. Special teams rearing its head.
And then Mount
High
Horeb is
snap.
still going to get the ball plus the 2 points.
Absolutely.
And I guess at this time, we'd like to thank our sponsors for this high school football bowl series on CW57 Sports, the Restaurant Show, Wisconsin's official television guide to the best restaurants around. Life is too short to eat average, so skip the rest and enjoy the best. We'll tell you where to go right here on the Restaurant Show. Are you our next star on the Restaurant Show? 608-270-5700 or CW57.tv. Also, Girl Talk, CW57 presents Girl Talk, a platform for women to showcase their talents and knowledge on current issues and agendas affecting the women of today. You can be on Girl Talk, same number, 608-270-5700 or CW57.tv. So after the safety, waiting for these players to disperse. 7-2 in favor of Monona Grove. Mount Horeb will receive after putting MG in the situation to step on the back of the goal line and get the safety. Will receive and have a chance to go up in this game. And as you might have just heard, Shukart will be the punter for MG.
Again, you can kick off in this situation as well, but I believe the reason you like to punt, ball's in the air more, gives your team time to get down there, to cover. Great punt.
And just over the head of Thompson, he's able to corral the ball around the 25-yard line, getting past a couple defenders and making some nice moves, but dirty laundry on the field. The ball is on the 40-yard line. We'll see if that stands.
Excellent punt. Pushing Mount Horeb back. That could have been really great field position.
So not much you can do.
Like a block in the back.
So like you said, yeah, it's going to go against Mount Horeb, pushing them back on this opening drive. We'll see where they spot this ball. Looks like it's going to be out around the 20-yard line. First and 10 on the 31-yard line. For Mount Horeb Barneveld, 9:56 to play in the first half. 7-2 in favor of MG in the kickoff bowl. So Myler out of shotgun. Nearly intercepted. A good read by the defender, but still caught on the near sideline. Up to about the 40-yard line.
Quick plays, quick screens. Trying to get Myler in a rhythm here. He has been a little bit out of sorts. Look like they're trying to pick up the tempo here. They're on the ball already. Looking to snap it. Second and short.
Good catch by Trey Rackner on that one. Here's the quick handoff. Up the gut, past the sticks, and another Packers first down. That time it was Matt Bloom on the carry.
Again, a little inside zone play. Slow tempo, find the crease, and slam it up in there.
And now first and 10 quickly from the 46. And a flag. Looks like that would be likely a false start.
Trying to go a little too quick there, Eric.
Well, you talked about them trying to pick
is.
up the pace. And
Got offsides on the defense.
so I guess that one actually worked out in Mount Horeb's favor. So lucky break.
Changing the tempo here. This will hopefully try to tire MG's defense out. Remember, Mount Horeb is used to practicing at this tempo. This will help cut down on the substitutions, tire them out in a hot, muggy night.
Well, they're moving the ball now. Ball on the 49 of MG. Oh, ball intercepted, picked. Taking it to the house is Tanner Dahlhauser. He's close. Is he going to make it? He does. And that's going to be a first down for MG. They're going to be leading 13-2. A pick six. Max Meiler's pass was tipped to the line of scrimmage, and Dahlhauser, took it all the way.
That's what you teach your defensive linemen. When they can't get to the quarterback, they teach get their hands up.
You can see it on the replay there. Dahlhauser knew he had to get on his horse, and it was off to the races. And now here is the extra point. Schuchart.
I believe it was Joel O'Donnell that got a hand on that ball, tipping it, allowing Tanner to run it right in.
The extra point is good. So it will be 14-2 MG just like that. Turnovers, you said, would be a factor. So while we have a moment, we will take a break and come right back after the touchdown here on the Kickoff Bowl in CW57 Sports.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Back here at Monona Grove High School, I'm Eric Rogers along with Coach Adam Smith for the CW57 Sports. The Kickoff Bowl between Monona Grove and Mount Horeb. MG leads 14-2 after the pick six. 9:04 to play in quarter number 2. Max Meiler threw that interception. It was tipped at the line of scrimmage. Tanner Dahlhauser took it the rest of the way. So the safety, the only points for Mount Horeb after the defense of Mount Horeb pushed MG back into their own end zone to punt. And the punter stepped on the line. And so now kicking off from the 40-yard line is Schuchart for MG. So Mount Horeb ready to receive. They were getting something going here, Adam.
They were getting something going, and I hope they continue with it with the inside zone. They were having some success running that, especially at the high-speed tempo that they were running it, and I think they should continue with that.
Schuchart, a squib kick. Taking it about the 25-yard line on the left side. Not much room there. A lot of bodies on the sideline.
You teach those up backs to, whenever they get the ball to them, to get that ball tucked away and get up the field as much as you can, and go and don't fight for extra yardage. Just go down, and we'll start from wherever we start from, because it's going to be better most likely if it was all the way kicked back. And pretty decent field position starting at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, Colin Byer was lucky to corral that ball as the defense was closing in on him, so sure hands on the return.
See if they stay at this tempo.
And Meiler will look to rebound from that play, and timeout taken by Mount Horeb. So in the meantime, we will send it away for a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back on CW57 Sports.
Bourbon Street Grill boasts some of the most outdoor waterfront dining in the area. Stop in for our Louisiana-style po' boy sandwich featuring catfish or blackened shrimp on French bread with lettuce, tomatoes, and Cajun aioli. Served with one of our delicious sides for just $9. Join us on the rooftop all summer long for free live jazz Thursday nights and great specials including $2.50 Bacardi drinks Thursday through Sunday and $11.95 all-you-can-eat Friday fish fry. Bourbon Street Grill, your riverside restaurant with a New Orleans flair.
And we are back out of that Packers timeout for Mount Horeb, looking to get out of a 14-2 hole. And Meiler was set to get under center for the Vikings, and taking a timeout was head coach Travis Rohr.
Their defense playing well here tonight, and their offense starting to get things going.
I think Coach Rohr just really understands the importance of this drive and to get some sort of points out of it. A touchdown would be nice, but they got to get something positive out of this drive. They have some really big offensive guards up front. I think they need to, put the ball behind them, and here comes that inside zone right there.
And Myler does hand off, but the running back stuffed in the backfield, so not much. I think it was Bloom on the handoff.
I think that was a play Myler would have liked to have back. You probably could have, a pull. You teach your quarterbacks on that play. If you can read numbers, you give. If you can't read numbers, you ride that and pull. Even if you don't get any yards, you're going to hold that defensive end.
Well, it is 2nd and 11. Having a hard time catching the snap was Myler, and the play ends up going negative. The pass to Thompson. So just a bad break, as you can see on the replay, and the field conditions coming into play again.
Again, the humidity, making that ball slick, making the field slick. And that's one of the negatives to a no-huddle shotgun offense.
And as it goes down, it's a 7-yard loss, 8 minutes to play in the opening half. 3rd and 18 from the 20. Myler finds the hole. He's running, tucking along the sideline. He picked up enough for the first down. It appears he did. Sneaky footwork by Myler. Good vision as well.
The line.
It is a Packers first down for Mount Horeb.
Myler did a great job, found the hole, got something positive, made a good move on the flat defender there, was able to get around him, tiptoe down the sideline for a first down.
So now churning away at the yardage is Mount Horeb. Myler coming out on the first down here. Handoff on the delay, and there is a whistle. Should be a false start. Monona Grove clapping, so it appears that would be the case. Makes it 1st and 15 from the 32, slowing down the pace of that no-huddle offense. Here we go, 1st and 15, 7:44 to play in quarter number 2. It's Wyatt Thompson in the backfield, fakes the handoff. Myler rolling left. Oh, pass is tipped and nearly intercepted as the upback was diving for the ball. David Mann's trying to intercept it, but it goes down as an incompletion, 2nd and 15.
I'll tell you what, Zach Stenson is having a heck of a game. He is undersized defensive lineman, but I can tell Coach Stassi likes this cat because he's got a motor. And he split this double team and put pressure on number 7 there and caused him to throw that ball a little bit sooner than maybe he wanted to. And I tell you what, I like this kid. He's doing a heck of a job being an undersized D lineman against this Mount Horeb offensive line.
Well, look, they added the 2 running backs in the backfield, and now Myler forced to take a Packers timeout. So while we are in this Packers timeout, we will take a timeout and come right back to the Kickoff Bowl on CW57 Sports.
It's the great tent event at A-1 Furniture. Sofas $299, 5-piece living room sets $699, bedroom sets $499, and so much more. Plus, 1 year free financing. A-1 Furniture's great tent event going on now.
I'm Jessa Jeremiah, inviting you to watch Talk of the Town, where we invite local business owners on to talk about news and information, all right here on the CW57.
TV now, TV now.
It's the great tent event at A-1 Furniture. Twin mattresses $99, queen sets $199, memory foam queen sets $499, and so much more. Plus, 1 year free financing. A-1 Furniture's great tent event going on now.
Coming out of this Green Bay Packers timeout, Mount Horeb faced with a 2nd and 15, using 2 of those timeouts already in the first half. So Myler out of shotgun this time. 3 wide receivers. Coming back for the football. And not much on the reception, if anything, for Mount Horeb. So good read defensively.
And Tanner Dahlhauser again making a play. Trying to set up the tunnel screen. to the right, taking advantage of MG's aggressiveness on defense, trying to get him to over pursuit. And Tanner Dahlhauser did a great job slipping that block and making it a shoestring tackle.
And it goes down as a loss of 2, 3rd and 17 from the 30. Myler, decent protection, lofts it up, but not great offensively. And it was a catch. I don't know how he came down with that. Riley Kuhn, the receiver that Coach Rohrer said before the game was going to have to step up in place of Nate Osterloo, and he did.
That was a great pass. Put it where only Kuhn could catch it. Kuhn did a great job knowing where the sideline was, catching that pass and keeping his not only 1 foot but 2 feet in bounds.
Coming out of the Green Bay Packers timeout as a handoff up the gut. Not much, if anything. Swallowed up and trying to get right back to the line of scrimmage, and not much time to look back on the play and say, hey, I did a nice job.
Well, again, they're trying to establish that inside zone, but they haven't had a pull yet. And I'd really like to see Myler, run the ball and pull it and keep those defensive ends at least honest, because right now they're pinning their ears back and coming.
Down 14-2. Wyatt in motion. Thompson does get the handoff. Finds some room. Is he going to break it? He is. Wyatt Thompson, 1 man to beat, dragged down inside the 10-yard line. The ball comes out after he was down, but a heck of a run, and it's going to be 1st and goal at a Green Bay Packers 1st down for Mount Horeb. Just need 1 big play, and that could be it.
Again, the jet sweep. Great things about the jet sweep is you're already going full motion, you're going full speed when you get that ball. Great job up front. Thompson found a seam, was able to break it up the middle for a nice gain.
And right out of the play, Myler, the fake. He's got 3 men chasing him to the left side, pushed out right at about the sticks. So not much, if anything, on that.
There's a penalty flag on the field.
And a flag did come in.
Yeah, it's gonna,
so
like
likely
it's gonna be a hold.
Call. So you saw
design run here.
Myler wanted to give that ball to Bloom. So it does go against Mount Horeb. So they get inside the 10, and now you're pushed back to your own 19 with the penalty. So CW's Talk of the Town, our sponsor, News Talk format presenting fresh, lively discussions in Wisconsin icons. Here we go. 1st and 20, excuse me. Not much on the handoff to the left side.
Yeah, Matt Bloom finishing that play with a karate kick here.
Yeah, I don't know. Did they teach you that one in practice?
That was a pretty athletic move right there.
5.5 to play in the first half. It's 14-2 in favor of MG. The Silver Eagles up right now, but on defense, 2nd and 15. Adjusting the men in the backfield. Bloom picks up the block.
Pressure again from Stenson.
But Stinson going to get him. A nice chip block there. So Stinson picks up some yardage and gets to about the 5-yard line. So a nice pickup and good blocking late, just in the nick of time to help the offense get in field position.
I'd say Max Mailer is a feisty quarterback. Great block by Thompson on the comeback. Makes a move, keeps his feet, takes a beating, stays on that sideline to pick up as much yardage as he could and get his team in a position inside the 5-yard line here on 3rd down.
We talked about how important it's going to be for Mount Horeb to come away with some points, and here they go. Thompson on the handoff on the end around and dragged down for a loss of about 3 or 4. So not much on that 3rd down play, but 5 minutes to play. Do you just kick the field goal?
I think you got to get some points here. Looks like they brought in another receiver. Took Thompson off, put in another receiver.
So next week we'll be back for the Monterey Bowl. Janesville Parker and Janesville Craig. You'll want to tune in for that one. And here we go, 4th and 8. They're going for it. Myler running left, being chased. Spins around. Defender falls down, throws it up, and caught! Is that in the end zone? It is a touchdown. So how about that? play. You have got to be kidding. Cole Brewer coming around, the 5'8", 155 senior, but man, just a chancy play by Myler to spin around and throw that one up into the end zone, but you do what you have to do, and it looked like it worked out there. It's 14-8.
I tell you, Coach was holding his breath right there. One of the number one rules you tell your quarterback is you do not throw late over the middle, or especially back across your body. He made a nice new move to get out to the left.
Well, the field positioning, the conditions, I should say, totally helped Myler on that one. Get away from the defender. Might need some longer cleats at halftime.
Yeah, that was a heck of a play by Max Myler, and an even better catch by Cole Brewer there in the end zone. Going for two in the slant.
And that one is good as well. So it becomes 14-10. And so a nice drive by Mount Horeb to come away with some points and tack on the 2-point conversion. So at this time, we'll take a break and come back for the last portion of this first half of the Kickoff Bowl here on CW57 Sports.
Hey, Madison, It's a Pizza has arrived. Our oven-roasted Italian beef sandwich is a local favorite. Piled high on an 8-inch hoagie roll, smothered in cheese and served with au jus sauce and chips, just $6.99. Try our Chicago stuffed pizza. Homemade sauce filled with toppings of your choice and lots of freshly shredded mozzarella cheese stuffed between 2 layers of our fresh pizza dough, finished with Romano cheese. Serving the freshest pizzas, pastas, appetizer sandwiches, and much more hot to your door until 3 a.m. It's a Pizza, proud to be a local original.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Coming back out of the score, Cole Brewer with the reception in traffic. Max Myler with a spin around, desperation throw, I would say. Coach, it was 4th and 8. What do you got to be thinking there if you're the quarterback?
Well, you got to get it in the end zone, and I think Max was desperate to make a play, and I think he made one. Now, you got lucky on it. Again, it's not something you want to tell your quarterback to do every time. Again, throwing late back across the middle. That ball could have very easily been picked off, but Cole Brewer did a great job of attacking the football and getting it in the end zone, and it worked out for Mount Horeb Barneveld here, and they put themselves right back in this game. And
it's 4:22 to go in this first half of the Kickoff Bowl. It's 14-10 in favor of Monona Grove, Mount Horeb, just off the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and a squib kick caught right there by, so I don't have the number in front of me, but Eric Statmuller for MG, just able to get it and just drop on it, but decent field position nonetheless. But how about the big guy, Trevor Bruhan, kicking that one off?
Again, I'm sure that was supposed to be on the ground, a squib kick. Whenever you got a lineman toe bashing a football, that might not always be the best thing, but it
don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. Torrin Young splitting past the defenders, picks up some tough yards to about the 41-yard line. So good pursuit from Mount Horeb, but
they had him
even
dead
better
rights.
juke moves.
Yeah, they had him dead to rights in the backfield, 5-yard loss. He was able to make one guy miss, and he made 2 more. Got it. 5-yard gain out of it. I tell you, this kid's the real deal.
Well, when you're an all-conference running back, first team all-conference, he's got a 4.91 40-yard dash and a 29.3 vertical. So a speedy kid and with good vision. And so here we go again. 2nd and 4, going long, overthrown. So had a man, could have scored, but not enough touch there. So just over the head, Martine, a little too much mustard on it.
Yeah, we threw Troy Powers there, but those plays are good to do ever so often, even if they're not completed. What they're going to do is they're going to get those defensive backs on their heels and and force them. They might open up some shorter stuff down here, especially in a 3rd and short situation. Might open up in a hitch, open up a speed out here to complete this, keep this drive going here.
Well, it's 3rd and 4 from the 41. Fakes right, takes the ball himself, takes quite a lick, and he's about 2 yards short of that first down. The quarterback keeper. They're going to call it 4th and 1. Excuse me. 3:23 to play in the opening half. A1 Furniture and Bedding. Sorry. Thank you to Mr. Paul Canarella and the good people over at A1 Furniture for supporting us this season, the official Bowl Series sponsor.
I was going to say, if you're going to run a play like that, I'd run it with number 28.
So here we go. It's 4th and 1. Schuchart receives the ball, punts it high. Caught it about the 18-yard line by Mount Horeb and wrapped up. Slipped out of it. No way. Yeah, Colin Byer nearly slipped out of all those tackles. Good effort, and he just goes down, and they're going to have the ball about the 18, 19-yard line.
Number 1 rule you want your punt returners obviously to catch the ball, but you also like to average about 10 yards of return, help that offense get a first down. One last first down they have to get anyway.
And one, you could also just wave for a fair catch.
Yeah, he didn't have a lot of room. Again, MG did a great job covering. Again, special teams have really been a huge part in this first half. And I think they'll continue with the game in the second half as well.
So Max Myler and this Mount Horeb offense will have 2:44 to operate. See if they're going to run the 3-minute offense here to end the first half. They're down 14-10 to Monona Grove. Out of a shotgun. Hands it off to the right and swallowed up. Not much. Again, the MG defense really dominating the line of scrimmage when it comes to the run game.
Yeah, they've had a couple of moments where they've been be able to get some positive yards, but for the most part, MG's defensive line has been able to corral the ball runners. But the thing is, again, they haven't had a pull. There hasn't been a read play where there's been a pull by Max and really held to keep those defensive ends honest.
And Myler had to break it for himself there. Goes down for no gain, I believe, on the play. So it's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning of this first half. And it would bring up a 3rd down. Looks like they will waive this as an official's timeout. So at this time, we'll take a break and we'll come right back for the Kickoff Bowl on CW57 Sports.
It's the great tent event at A1 Furniture. Sofas $299, 5-piece living room sets $699, bedroom sets $499, and so much more. Plus, 1 year free financing. A1 Furniture's great tent event going on now.
At Bella Domicile, we're not package-oriented, we're you-oriented. Custom cabinetry and design for your kitchen and bath or any room. Nesbitt Road, Madison.
It's the great tent event at A1 Furniture. Twin mattresses $99, queen sets $199, memory foam queen sets $499, and so much more. Plus, 1 year free financing. A1 Furniture's great tent event going on now.
And coming out of that officials timeout, we get an encroachment against Monona Grove. It was 3rd and 13. So with a minute and a half to play in the opening half, it's 14-10 Monona Grove. Becomes 3rd and 8 from the 20. So a good opportunity now here for Mount Horeb and the Max Myler led offense. The clock is running. They have 1 timeout. That no-huddle offense is not going so fast right now. It's 1:10 to play in this opening half. Myler looking left, looking right. Finds a man, but he drops it. 3rd and 8. He just looks at his hands and says, "Why did you not stick?"
And Trey Reckner there, tried to run with the ball, or try to run before he had the ball. Again, you teach your receivers, look that ball into the tuck. Doesn't mean a thing if you don't have the ball, start running. So I'm sure he's going to want that one back. Coaches will get him get them coached up on the sideline. Make sure that doesn't happen again.
Well, now they play the field position game with 1:04 left in the opening half. So punting now is Mount Horeb.
That's one bad thing about that play. Oh, Stenson again, causing that false start. Again, he's been a beast today, and
they start scaring the offensive linemen.
well, the one bad thing about that play is if you're Mount Horeb, you want this clock to run now, and with an incomplete pass, it stops. You're going to give, and then now the false start penalty.
Yeah, not to mention now you're going backwards.
Now you're going backwards. You're giving MG field position right here.
So they'll get set here. Myler will punt, standing at about his 2-yard line. Here is the punt. Decent punt. It's going past the 50 down to the 40, and that's where Mount Horeb will down it, and where MG will begin. 54 seconds to play on their own 39-yard line.
And what we're doing here now is should be your high-tempo offense. You're telling all backs to get out of bounds if you can. Stop that clock. If you're tackled inbounds, you're handing the ball to the umpire so that he can set it. He's the one who sets the ball. You're handing it to him. You're getting on the ball. You might call 2 plays here, 2 in a row, especially with MG. Not a no-huddle offense. They huddle every time, so they probably got 2 play calls here.
So that way they can just keep going one play to the next.
Exactly.
All right, Martine will come out of shotgun here. 4 receivers, 2 to each side.
They do have 2 timeouts left.
And they throw it to the right side, but incomplete. That clock will stop. They don't need to use the timeout.
No, but that play wasn't going to get them very much anyway. That was only a 3-yard pass. Anybody wouldn't even have got it. It's probably better for them that pass was incompleted versus caught, because the time would have kept running down. You are trying to get down in field goal position here.
And you got kicker / punter Drew Shukart working for you, so keep an eye on that. He would be the man to kick the ball. So here we go, 2nd and 10 now from the 39, 50 seconds to play. Looking left, ball deflected, looked like at the line of scrimmage.
Had Jackson Riley wide open on the sideline.
So that wasted 4 seconds off the clock. With 2 timeouts, and it's 3rd and 10, they're going to have to pick something up here. You can see right there the ball was deflected. So Riley, all you could do is just watch that one hit the turf. And as we approach halftime, we'll have Janet and Elise. They'll be speaking with the athletic director, Jeff Schreiner, and cheer coach, Tina Wagner. Martine airing it out. Finds the receiver. Is that caught? Are you kidding? And now Mount Horeb saying it was intercepted. We're waiting for the official's call. And caught by Monona Grove. So a 3rd and 10 bomb. Check out the replay. Tough to tell.
Dual possession does go to the offense, so that if that's what the officials are saying, that it was dual possession, it does go to the offense, and that's a huge play for Monona Grove.
Well, yeah, now 2 timeouts, 39 seconds, 1st and 10 from the Mount Horeb 20-yard line.
It's a great catch by Trey Powers on the sideline.
So a couple lucky breaks. Now here they go. Martine, shotgun, snap, rolling left, looking left. Now it's the roll right.
Get out of bounds.
He's going. He picks up a Green Bay Packers 1st down. Stops the clock. 22 seconds to go.
Now, if you're Mount Horeb here, you want to try to hold them to a field goal attempt. Again, this level, it's not guaranteed. Not a guaranteed field goal that you're going to get points out of this.
Well, I think that's exactly why they went for the 2-point conversion on the other end when they scored, is because now a field goal by MG makes it 17-10.
Still in a 1-possession game.
Right.
Or a 1-score
2nd and 5. Martine under center. 22 seconds to play in the 1st half. Up 14-10. Looks left. He's got Martine. Throws to Jackson Riley.
That was a great catch. I thought he got his foot down in bounds.
Yeah, it was a great effort.
We'll see if we can get a replay on that. Again, Martin Riley is throwing some last 2 deep balls have been very good balls. He's been putting them in place where only his receiver can get them.
3rd and 5 from the 15. They're looking to get to the 10-yard line, 16 seconds to play.
They got 2 timeouts left. They can still run the ball. I'm really surprised they didn't run that on 1st or 2nd down.
So Martin will go under center once again. He's got Trey Powers on the left. So he's still looking. Jukes out the defender. He's going to just have to tuck and run and get out of bounds and takes quite a hit just inside the 10-yard line. So he will pick up a Green Bay Packers first down.
You got 7 seconds left.
You can run 2 quick plays, right?
You can run 1. You're going to run 1, and it needs to be in the end zone. You're telling your quarterback, you're giving him 1 read. This is probably a play they've practiced in during this time, red zone segment of their practices. You're telling the quarterback, this is your read. If it's not there, you're throwing it out of the back of the end zone. We'll kick the field goal. We cannot risk a turnover here. And that's probably what they're going to be talking about, Coach Stassi. Is going to be talking about with his quarterback and his team. We're going to run this play. Again, a play that we've practiced.
And
if it's not there, throw it out of the end zone.
We'll take a quick Green Bay Packers timeout, and we'll be right back on CW57 Sports.
In the United States, there are over 500,000 accidents every year caused by somebody who is texting and driving.
It's hard to believe I even have to do a video right now asking people not to text and drive. There can be nothing that important that could cause you to text and potentially take a life.
Many people are killed every year because somebody is texting and driving.
Please be cautious, drive safe, don't text and drive.
And we are back with 7 seconds left in the first half of the Kickoff Bowl. Mount Horeb defending now, trying to keep MG out of the end zone. Ball on the 8-yard line. So Monona Grove is threatening, and it's a key possession for both teams.
Again, Mount Horeb's talking about what they can do. They're going to add pressure. You could still run it here. You could run a draw here with Torrin Young.
We need to have a quick play, right? I mean, you said 1 play, but if it's quick. Right, here's Martin out of shotgun. Takes snap, looks right, passes right, finds this man. That's Brady Blang trying to break the plane. He does not. Stays in bounds. They need to get a timeout, but do they? The officials are waving their hands. And I think they're saying that's the end of the first half. So they don't get the timeout called in time, and that's the way the first half will end.
In that situation, if you're going to run that route, you have to run it in the end zone for exactly that reason. If you don't run in the end zone and you get tackled, time's going to run out. You had time for 1 play, and it's unfortunate. It's to be a learning experience from MG as they get down, as the season goes on. It's a great rally cry for Mount Horeb. It's a positive thing they can go into halftime and talk about and rally up. And it's a great first half. This is exactly the type of game that we were expecting between these 2 quality teams.
And you've got to feel good about, like you said, for Mount Horeb. And it will be 14-10 at the end of the first half. We'll come back for halftime activities here at the Kickoff Bowl on CW57 Sports.
The Daisy Cafe and Cupcakery. Welcome to your all-day cafe.
Ready for lunch? Try the Daisy Burger. It's a flavorful chicken patty mixed with bacon and sun-dried tomatoes. Served with your choice of Fiesta Veggie Slaw, edamame salad, breakfast potatoes, or chips. All for just $8.99.
Dinner calling your name? Try our latest dish, Chicken Acapulco, while our friendly waitstaff brings you one of our signature cocktails, wine, or Madison area beers.
The Daisy Cafe and Cupcakery. Great food, local art, and of course, cupcakes.
Inside your body could be the map to a whole new world.
My name is Barry Allen, and I am the fastest man alive.
I'm Jessa Jeremiah, your host for The Restaurant Show, the show that is your guide to the best restaurants in town so you can skip the rest and enjoy the best, all right here on the CW57.
Catch us next week on Girl Talk. We have a special guest host with us. This is Christine Bright, and we'll be learning about trends in interior design.
And I'm looking forward to learning about the trends in fashion. It's going to be so great. We've got some ideas for your kiddos with the upcoming season.
Next week, right here on Girl Talk, CW57.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics.
Welcome back into Monona Grove High School, where Monona Grove leads Mount Horeb 14-10 at halftime. They couldn't get the score. The clock ran out. They didn't get the timeout called in time, and Mount Horeb lucky to come away with not only just holding MG to a field goal, but to any points at all.
Again, we talked about once they got the ball down inside the 20-yard line, or actually at the start of that drive, that you don't fight for extra yardage. You go down. And in that situation, he was trying to get in the end zone, and you can't really blame him. But in those situations, you're teaching him that time is the most important thing, not yards. And he needed to go down in that situation or run that route deeper into the end zone, so that way when he catches it, he's already in the end zone. No questions asked. Time doesn't matter. It's unfortunate, but again, MG's going to come back. They're going to use that as a learning experience, and they're not going to make that. They're not going to make that mistake again if the situation comes up later on in the season.
Well, you aren't normally going to be in that situation where you got a first and goal, you got 2 timeouts, and plenty of time to get in the end zone. You run the plays, and just clock management was not the greatest on that drive.
No, it wasn't. Not when you leave timeouts on the board either, but. I'm hoping in the second half on MG's side that they're looking to get the ball to Torrin Young a little bit more. I felt that when he did have the ball in his hands, he got positive yardage. You can tell he's an exciting player. He's made people miss. He'd be my workhorse in the second half. And right now they're look like they're depending a little bit too much on Martin, and I don't know if you want to do that with an inexperienced quarterback going up against Mount Horeb, who's going to be coming out with some energy after that, that goal line stop basically to end the first half.
And Adam, you were a coach. I mean, tell me from this perspective, they could have come away with points on that drive. Say they end up losing the game because of it. What's more frustrating, the loss or the fact that you had plays where you just didn't capitalize?
Well, as a coach, every play is a learning experience, and these are all young men, and they're all giving great effort. And this is a crossover game as far as their conference, so it really doesn't have their conference title on the line here. So if I'm MG and I end up losing this game, I'm going to look back to that, and we're going to go over that in film, and we're going to go over the situation. And again, it's going to happen. It's going to come up again during your season, where you're going to have, short time, and you're going to have to try to get some sort of points out of it. So it's got to be taught as a learning experience. You're not going to be down on these kids. They're young, they're inexperienced, they're learning. And I know Coach Stassi, if they happen to lose this game, he's going to do a great job with coaching these kids up so that it doesn't happen to them when the games that really matter, their conference, division games, and getting back. For game one, they want to win, but in the grand scheme of things, this isn't going to be a make-or-break team or game in the playoffs.
Well, and they had that huge play, just a deep throw down the field that was a tie between the receiver and the defensive back on the reception, and you'd think that would give them momentum going into the second half. But how about the defense? I mean, you have Zach Stinson just in on almost every play. You have Tanner Dahlhauser able to intercept Max Mailer, take it to the house the other way. So the defense really carrying this field, even though you talk about a running back like Zach Stinson and Torrin Young that are all conference guys, and they're really not breaking those enormous plays.
And again, I think that's what the play calling. And again, I hope as you're making adjustments to what each team is doing. And on the MG side, I'm talking about what's worked for us. Coaches are in the booth or coming down. Okay, what's working? Well, what's working? 28 is working on offense. Give him the rock. And on defense, Zach Stenson is putting pressure on the quarterback and on that offensive line. He's taking up double teams, allowing those linebackers to scrape and make plays. And right now, Max Mailer is in a position where, it's on him because the running game's not there. They haven't been able to get any lateral push by their offensive line on the inside zone plays, consistently anyway. And again, adjustments. I'm saying, Max, pull the ball. Make the read on the defensive end. If that defensive end is coming flat down the line of scrimmage where you can't see his numbers, pull it. And once he pulls it one time, even if he doesn't, he gets only a couple of yards, it's going to freeze that defensive end, and it's going to give the running backs a lot more running lane, and hopefully even on a cutback, and they'll be able to bust one and take some pressure off him and his young receiving core. Again, they had the one big play on the sideline to number 80, I believe. Number 18, Riley Kuhn, he made a great play there, but that's been their only offense that they've had. The one thing I did like, I hope they make this adjustment on that two-point conversion. They ran a slant, and that was really the first slant that they run all game. They have big body receivers. Use that to their advantage. Throw that slant.
Yeah, and I mean, you're going into the second half. Obviously, there's going to be adjustments on both sides. And I guess at this point, why don't we send it down here to our sideline reporters, Janet and Elise, who caught up with Athletic Director Jeff Schreiner and cheer coach Tina Wagner.
Hi, we're at the 2014 A-1 Furniture High School Bowl Series. We are lucky to have the president here. This is Paul Frost of Monona Grove. Paul, you have an amazing school and an amazing team. Tell us what makes you so proud to be part of this all.
Well, our coaching staff is excellent and very positive and keep things in perspective, and they're a highly successful program. So we have a strong tradition built around it, and kids come out and support it, so it's a really positive thing for our school.
Right, we talked about the trickle-down effect of the coaching staff and how these young men are affected in so many positive ways.
Yeah, the coaches keep it in perspective. Our kids are humble and they focus on getting better every day. And when they win on Sunday, they don't come, or on Friday night, they don't come back into school on Monday, kind of strutting around. And they're good leaders in the classroom and they're respectful. And so football always sets a good tone for our school year.
That's something to be proud of, especially when you have a championship team from last year, to have these kids stay humble.
Yeah, we're really proud of the kids and the way they handle themselves on and off the field. They're a good group.
Lucky you. Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ross, for being with us.
You're welcome.
Have a great night. Enjoy your time here.
Thank you.
Next, we have Ryan Hummer, who is the president of the Booster Club here in Monona Grove. Come on in, Ryan. How are you doing, my man?
Good. Yourself?
Great, great. It's kind of exciting time to be here right now,
It's awesome. It's football. It's
Can-
time for football.
Can you please tell us what you do with the Booster Club, how it helps Monona Grove?
Sure. What I do is I'm the president of the Booster Club, and we raise money through various fundraisers, such as we do a golf outing. We have fan and business memberships, and we also do a spring fundraiser with Julian Pianos, which was a great event for us this year.
Awesome. And what do you do? I mean, how does that contribute to the team?
So this past season, we raised over $50,000.
Wow.
And what we do with that money is we fund equipment needs, we fund jersey needs, and we're currently in the process of raising $25,000 to get new uniforms for next year's football team.
I bet there are some people that would love to be part of that contribution. We're such a great team. How do they help? How do they get in touch with you to help out?
Yep, they can go to mgfootballnation.com, or they can find us on Facebook at Monona Grove Football.
Excellent.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much for helping us out.
Thank you. Yep.
Now we have...
Why are so many companies looking to hire ITT Tech grads?
From ATMs to airport check-in kiosks, NCR Solutions run the everyday transactions that make your life easier. Our most important asset is our people. That's why we look to ITT Tech for new talent.
Our associates need to stay up to date with technology. Through Sprint's tuition assistance program, our employees further their education at schools such as ITT Tech and help keep our customer satisfaction at a high level.
Schlumberger is the world's leading oilfield services company with a wide range of positions around the globe.
hiring is an ongoing challenge. ITT Tech is one of our sources for qualified candidates.
Make a choice that can make a difference. At ITT Technical Institute, we're working to help make education more affordable for eligible students who qualify. Find out about the new ITT Tech Opportunity Scholarship. Call 1-800-ITT-TECH. ITT Technical Institute, education for the future.
Thanks for sticking with us. We're here at the A-1 Furniture Bowl Series with the Kickoff. We're here with the dance coach at Monona Grove, Tina Wagner. Can you tell us a little bit about your team?
Well, we've worked really hard. In the last 3 years, we built our team up from about 8 girls to 22. Yeah, we work all summer long. We start in May, and we work all summer for football season, and we're really pushing to do a lot of competitions this year, so we've been working really hard. All summer long. And
I just saw them dance. They looked fantastic.
Thank
Was
you.
this their first time in front of a large crowd?
Yep, and with all my new freshmen, this was their first appearance tonight.
They
so it's
did
pretty
so
exciting.
well.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank
And
you.
you have a new sound system.
And we have a new sound system, so we're excited about that.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for being here with us, taking your time out of your night. Enjoy the rest of it.
Yep.
Thank you so much for watching here at the A1 Furniture Bowl Series. Are you having a great time, Janet? I'm having a fantastic time.
I am. It's neat to see this team in action. You hear so much about how good they are and what the season was last year, undefeated.
Absolutely. They've got some incredible students. A lot of camaraderie here.
A lot of it. I keep hearing all the positive things about the students, the players, the coaches, the teachers, and everyone.
Really fantastic. Thank you so much for watching. Continue, and we'll be back with the second half here at the A1 Furniture Pro Bowl Series Kickoff.
It's the great tan event at A1 Furniture. Sofas $299, 5-piece living room sets $699, bedroom sets $499, and so much more. Plus, 1 year free financing. A1 Furniture's great tan event going on now.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
It's the great tan event at A1 Furniture. Twin mattresses $99, queen sets $199, memory foam queen sets $499, and so much more. Plus, 1 year free financing. A1 Furniture's great tan event going on now.
Wayne Kimmel and family of Cousin Subs are proud supporters of the Monona Grove Silver Eagles. Brought to you by Cousin Subs on Monona Drive. Cousin Subs, better bread, better subs, better day. Go Silver Eagles!
Welcome back into Monona Grove High School for the Kickoff Bowl. Monona Grove leads Mount Horeb 14-10 at halftime. Could have put another touchdown on the board, but a moment to thank our sponsors, A1 Furniture and Bedding, supporting us this season as our official Bowl Series sponsor. A1 Furniture and Bedding, over 30 years of providing the best prices and best service, and the Green Bay Packers, proud supporters of Wisconsin high school football. Cousin Subs, Wayne and Kimmel and family of Cousin Subs are proud supporters of Wisconsin high school football and the MG Silver Eagles. Cousin Subs, better bread, better subs, better day. CW57's Talk of the Town, news talk format, presenting fresh, lively discussions with Wisconsin icons, leaders, movers, and shakers in a talk show format by providing one-on-one analysis of current issues. The Restaurant Show on Wisconsin's official television guide to the best restaurants around. Life is too short to eat average, so skip the rest and enjoy the best. Girl Talk, CW57 presents Girl Talk. It's a platform for women to showcase their talents and knowledge on current issues and agendas affecting the women of today. This broadcast would not be possible without the support from these local businesses. Please support them whenever possible. And Coach Adam Smith, we come in here, you got Monona Grove, the defending Division III state champions. You got Mount Horeb, an up-and-comer. They were ranked 43rd in the state last season. They come in ranked number 13. You know, rankings don't necessarily mean anything, but it seems like they've really held their own here tonight.
They have held their own against defending state champions at their house. And, again, I'm sure Coach would agree that they haven't played up to their potential or the way they felt they would be able to play coming in. And they're still in this game. 4 points isn't a lot. And they're going to get an opportunity to get this ball here back in the second half and do some of the things, talk about some of the things that they talked about at halftime and try to get some positive things going. Even if it results in a punt, get some positive things going. Get some momentum going here.
And both teams had their opportunities in the first half. Obviously, it's a week of a learning experience. Both teams' defense is really holding the other teams in opportunities where they should have scored. Obviously, the more memorable one is the one that ended the last possession of this first half where Monona Grove could have put a touchdown or at least a field goal on the board. They came away with 0.
Yeah, and again, they talked about that at half, and they'll use that as a learning experience as they go on with the rest of the season here. And MG's done a great job with holding Max Miller and keeping him in check, and Max Thompson, their running back, as well. And again, I'm hoping if that the adjustment that Mount Horeb does is that they allow number 7 to pull that ball, and I think that'll help them on the offensive line and give one less guy to block and really keep that someone like Zach Stenson, who's caused a lot of ruckus in that backfield, at bay a little bit. Put him in no man's land, not knowing what to do, and by the time he figures it out, running back has got 4, 5, 6 yards.
Now, I know at the end of that first half, maybe it was more of the MG offense, not doing what they needed to do as opposed to the Mount Horeb defense holding them. But Mount Horeb's got to come out in the second half really feeling good about what they did defensively, holding them to just 14 points. And this is a team that averaged, I believe, 21 or more points per game last season. So, I mean, I know it's a different group of guys, but you come in here with an identity that you're going to be a defensive team. And really, it's like, a one-possession game.
It is, and I'm thinking MG is gonna turn to the Torrin Young show. I mean, again, every time he touched the ball, he was electric. He was able to make people miss. He was gaining positive yards, and I would hand that ball over to that young man and let him carry us to a win.
And maybe the other thing when you're talking about Torrin Young is, I know you mentioned early on, he was trying to make moves, make plays happen with his feet as opposed to just using his vision and following his blockers. Do you think he needs to use more of his speed or more of his vision coming into the second half?
He needs to use everything coming into the second half. But that was that one mistake where I'm sure again it'll be pointed out on film where he didn't follow that guard around. But again, they ran that play 3 times in a row, and the next time he ran it, he followed that guard around, and he got what we'd consider an explosive play. As an offensive coordinator, you're charting pass plays of 16+ yards and run plays of 12, and those are the things that you look at as an offensive coordinator. What are those explosive plays that you're getting big chunks of yardage, and that puts a lot of pressure on a defense.
And speaking of defense, you got Mount Horeb will be coming out on defense after this kickoff, and Monona Grove rather is going to get a chance to make up for what they weren't able to do at the end of that first half. And so here is the kickoff. It's not a squid kick this time, but brought up to near midfield, about the 45-yard line, 44-yard line. So where that ball is going to be placed to start the second half. So Adam, the Monona Grove offense coming out here. Are they going to be looking for the big play or just chip away?
I would chip away. I'd try to get a positive drive coming out of halftime. Even if it stalls, you play the field position. They got great starting position coming out of the second half here.
And Martine will be out of the shotgun with pretty much everyone a wide receiver here, sending Torrin Young in motion, fakes the handoff, working left, and the defense comes right through, all blown up in the backfield.
Michael Vason.
And Michael Vason coming in, and you want to split past those offensive linemen, and just great vision, able to slip past. Not much you can do as a quarterback, though.
Well, he did his job. He wasn't fooled or taken away by that jet sweep action. He stayed at home, and he did exactly what he was coached to do.
Well, and now coming out of this. It's going to be 2nd and 14 for the Monona Grove offense. Again, looks like the same look. Fakes a handoff again. Defense breaking down, and there's a catch up the middle. That's Brady Blang. He breaks it. Going to the right side. He's going to be taken out about the 30-yard line, but a nice play with open in the open field. Just Brady Blang able to use his speed on that one and vision to make a play into a big Green Bay Packers first down.
That was the best throw of the night by Stephen Martini. It was a confident throw, even though it was a little inaccurate, and a great catch by Brady. Brady Blang there. Ball was a little behind, but it was still a confident throw. He got his body behind it, and it was a heck of a play by Brady after the catch.
He was the 2nd leading receiver last season, and here he comes. And now 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. Minute gone in the opening quarter of the second half, but flags on that one, so we'll see. It is a false start against Monona Grove, so right out of that first down, they're going to move back 5 yards.
Well, you see MG's strategy coming out of halftime. They're 3 plays in a row with that jet sweep action. They're trying to set something up.
Well, if you're Mount Horeb, you've got to notice that trend and see if they're going to catch a little bit of the mentality part of it and see if they change things up here.
Well, this might be using Young as a decoy here. Give him an opportunity to get the ball. No, he's decoy again.
There's the deep pass. He's got a man and nearly caught, but dropped in a nice effort, but a good defensive effort to break that ball up right near the goal line.
It was a great effort, but I felt that Trey Powers there could have kept running for this ball. I think he jumped a little bit too soon, run through that ball, catch the ball with your hands. But again, Martine took a chance there on 2nd and long, but he had Brady Quinn in the middle, the same exact place where he could have hit him and been up near first down yardage.
Well, 1 minute gone in the third quarter. It's 2nd and 16, so they reversed that sweep play. Martine down the middle finds this man. That's Torrin Young, and he's going to pick up at what appears to be a Green Bay Packers first down.
And get the ball to your workhorse.
We'll check out the replay right there.
Another confident throw by Stephen Martine. Good hand catch by a running back. And a great way to, get the first.
And that Packers first down is going to put the Monona Grove Silver Eagles right around where they were to end the first half. It's the ball on the 13-yard line, 1st and 10. Martine out of shotgun. Torrin Young in the backfield. Handoff up the gut, off the blocker. Skips another tackle, and he breaks the goal line for a touchdown. Touchdown, Silver Eagles.
That's just a simple lead play. They loop the guard around, lead with the fullback. And that's what we were talking about, coming out of halftime. Let your workhorse, let number 28 carry that rock, because that's what he does.
Well, he could have had a first touchdown if you saw earlier in the game on the other end of the field. He brought the ball all the way down to the 2, and then he had his friend Zach Stinson, I believe, was the one who in that second effort had the touchdown. And Trey Powers there on the 2-point conversion attempt.
Well, there was a fumble. There was a botched hold on the snap there. Again, sun went down. It's still very humid. That ball's going to be slippery. Again, these are the special team things that we talked about. Prior to the game starting, and these little things that they haven't practiced versus live action.
And at this time, we will take a quick commercial break. We'll be back for the kickoff here in the Kickoff Bowl on CW57 Sports.
Wayne Kimmel and family of Cousin Subs are proud supporters of the Monona Grove Silver Eagles. Brought to you by Cousin Subs on Monona Drive. Cousin Subs, better bread, better subs, better day. Go Silver Eagles!
And we're back for the Kickoff Bowl here from Monona Grove High School. The Silver Eagles just scored on a Torrin Young touchdown run up the gut. It's 20-10 in favor of the Silver Eagles over the Mount Horeb Vikings. 10:28 to play in the third quarter. At this time, I'd like to give a special thanks to the following businesses for supporting this high school bowl series all season long on the CW57 Sports. A-1 Furniture and Bedding, supporting us all season for the official bowl series sponsor, A-1 Furniture and Bedding. Over 30 years, of providing the best prices and best service.
That's a perfect drive coming out of halftime from NG. They couldn't have called it any better. Marched it right down Mount Horeb's throat and got 6.
And there is the kickoff. Squib kick up the gut. And taken at about the 33-yard line. And Trey Reckner is going to be the return man for Mount Horeb, and that's where they will start.
One thing that stood out to me on both teams is they don't have a real kicker. And that they're giving up really good field position by not having a guy that can boot the ball down the field. I know they're trying to maybe take advantage of the slippery situation and maybe get a botched ball or fumble.
Well, Danny Glander, with the one kicking off there.
Yeah, but they've given up some really good field position on both sides.
Well, Max Myler now on the Mount Horeb offense will look to cut into the deficit. There's a quick pass to the left side. Slips past the tackle to about a 6-yard gain to the left for the Mount Horeb offense. So nothing flashy, Coach, but just effective.
Yeah, effective on first down. You want to be in the second and manageable time here. You look for, as a play caller, you're trying to get 4+ yards on first down. Makes your play calling a lot easier when you're in those situations.
Well, Trey Reckner with the reception. And now out of shotgun on 2nd and 4. 9:53 to play in the third. Mailer to Reckner again. Picks up a Green Bay Packers first down. Pushed backwards, but first forward momentum will take them to the first down. So another just...
well, if I'm MG's
not a sexy play, but
No, but if I'm MG's linebackers, I'm not even biting on the run fake because we've stopped their run. So MG's backers, I know they got to take their run steps, but they should be reading that pretty easily. Defensive line for MG is taking a great job of stopping the run.
And there's the handoff to the left to Wyatt Thompson, but not much. So it looks like things are starting to stall out.
Yeah, Easton Gabber did a great job of spilling that run to the sideline, allowing his pursuit to help for a very minimal game.
So it goes for 2 yards, 2nd and 8 from the 46, or 48 now. Myler takes it out of shotgun snap, quick toss to the right. Fighting for the yardage, gets to about midfield. And Trey Reckner once again, so number 5, that's all the passing plays so far on this drive have gone to Reckner.
It's a great job of swarm tackling. Again, they've seen this play about 5 or 6 times. MG really does a great job of getting off blocks and swarming to the football. And you can see 2nd and 3rd guys coming in, doing exactly what they're coached to do and trying to strip that ball.
And it's another 2-yard gain, so it's 3rd and 6. Down 20-10, Mount Horeb. Myler being chased, gets out of it. He's running to the left. He's going to pick up the first down. He does. He's still running. Left side, is he gone? One man to beat. He's going to take it to the end zone. Max Myler for the touchdown. A 50-yard score. And MG has now given up another touchdown, this time at the feet of Max Myler.
Max Myler did a great job getting away from Zach Stenton, who was, again, applying pressure. And Max, he's an athlete, and that's what he does. He was able to outrun, find the seam, outrun everybody, and that's what I was talking about. That they need to put the ball into his hands, run to set up the pass.
Well, Coach, just when you think the Vikings are out of it, they come and make a big play, and now they come out of this into the second half and they score, and now here comes the extra point with, like you said, the non-traditional kicker, the Trevor Bruhan, the senior tackle.
Well, it's a great response to MG coming out on a half. Obviously, they saw some things, and they saw some things also, and were able to apply them in their first drive coming out of the second half. And Max Mailer just made a fantastic play
So yeah, they trade touchdowns, and still down by 4 is Mount Horeb. So after the score, we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back for the Kickoff Bowl in the CW57 Sports.
We got celebs from A to Z, Tiger Woods to Charlie Sheen. It's all right here on TMZ. We're first at showing the best stories, like when Justin's driving at really high speeds and forgot to wear a diaper when he had to wee-wee. Or when Kim Burke, baby North West, or when Kanye got in a papa-sized mess, when Reese showed off her legal skills, or when Lindsay tricked Oprah into paying her bills. If it happened here, it happened on TMZ.
Welcome to Firehouse Subs, where premium meat and cheese are steam heated for maximum deliciousness.
Gourmet subs without the gourmet prices.
Guaranteed delicious. Firehouse Subs start at only $5.49.
And now for a limited time, try our summer favorite, King's Hawaiian Pork and Slaw Sandwich.
Pulled pork, pit smoked for 12 hours, pepper jack cheese, and Hawaiian coleslaw on King's Hawaiian Sandwich Rolls. Try it today at Firehouse Subs. One bite, one taste.
Welcome back to Monona Grove High School. I'm Eric Rodgers with Coach Adam Smith. The Mount Horeb Vikings just scored on a 50-yard Max Myler touchdown run. It's now 20-16, still in favor of the Silver Eagles with 8:43 to play in the third quarter. Kicking off is Bruhan, and again over to number 43, and he's just going to fall on it. That's Dahlhauser.
Again, we talked about special teams a lot tonight, and if I'm Mount Horeb, I'm not sending 75 out there to kick another extra point. I'm going for it. I'm going for 2. I feel my offense has a better chance than it's nothing against him. It's just not what he's best at doing, and you got to go for 2 in that situation, I think. And I've been in that situation.
We've seen that from your teams, yeah.
You don't have a kicker. We went for 2, and we put it on the offense to get those points.
And now here's Stinson, Martine throwing to the right side, and MG sideline asking for a flag.
You teach a receiver in that situation, you see him just standing there. He needs to work his way back to the quarterback or work his way back to the ball in that situation.
Help out your quarterback.
Well, you keep gaining ground, between yourself and the defensive back. When you just stand there, defensive back is able to gain ground and break that up. You need to work your way back to the quarterback.
And it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Silver Eagles. Up 20-16, 8:34 in this third quarter. Looking left side, along the sideline, too high and off the hands of Jackson Riley. And while we have a moment, let's just take a look at the businesses supporting the CW57 Sports Bowl Series. The Green Bay Packers, proud supporters of Wisconsin high school football. For more information on the Packers' involvement in youth and high school football, please visit packers.com/youthfootball. Also, Cousin Subs, Wayne Kimmel and family of Cousin Subs are proud supporters of Wisconsin high school football and the Silver Eagles. Cousin Subs, better bread, better subs, better day. And here are the Silver Eagles with a 3rd and 10 now. Martine out of shotgun. Looking right, good protection. Looking left, pumps. Breaking down. Going down at about the 20-yard line. The defense handled that one. It was Zach Steckline who got to the quarterback and brings him down.
A coverage sack there. He had nowhere to go with the ball. In that situation, probably should have ran there.
Well, it looks like a size mismatch, too.
Yeah, slippery field. Again, you try to keep your offense in positive field position, positive plays.
So it will be a 4th and 20, and now punting is Shukart. Just past midfield. The ball will roll on the one hop. Is that Colin Byer on the coverage? Picks up a couple yards on the return, and it will start at about their own 46, 47-yard line for Mount Horeb.
He might not have gotten a first down on that if he were to run it up the middle there. But what he did was when he backpedaled and spun around on a slippery field, is he probably just gave up another first down that Mount Horeb would have had to get. Especially, you can't count on it being a great punt every single time. Again, Mount Horeb Barneveld starting up with really good field position for the second time in the second half.
Well, here's Max Myler and the Mount Horeb-led offense coming back on the field after the touchdown run. This time hands off to Bloom. Gain of about 2. So not much they could do.
Again, little lead play, little back, inside zone. We got to get some better push up front by Mount Horeb offensive line.
7.5 to play in quarter number 3. Down 20-16 to the Silver Eagles. The Vikings working just about midfield right now. There's the handoff again to Bloom. This time gain of about 1 or 2. So not much on that one. It brings up third down.
No, again, Mount Horeb MG is doing a great job of their pad level. You can see all of them are underneath the pads. They're out leveraging Mount Horeb's offensive line right now. They're gaining penetration. They're finding the ball, and they're making tackles.
And so now with a 3rd and 4, they're facing ball on the MG 48-yard line. Out of shotgun again. A handoff again. This time right side gets past one defender, and that's going to pick up a Green Bay Packer first down. And that time it's Wyatt Thompson on the carry.
Their tempo slowed down a little bit. I was hoping they'd get back to their hurry-up tempo.
Well, I mean, it could have something to do with being just fatigued at this point. I mean, it's getting to be later in the game. The weather's not great. So now it's 1st and 10, 6:30 to play in the 3rd. Myler throws to Wyatt Thompson through his hands and to the MG sideline.
I never like screen passes to the short side of the field. You really, especially in high school when the hash marks are as far apart as they are, it doesn't give a whole lot of room. It's an easy throw for the quarterback, but doesn't give your
not to mention being in enemy territory there on the sidelines.
Exactly. Just didn't give your player right there to give a chance to make a move or anything.
And it is 2nd and 10 now.
I'd run it on this side, though.
Yeah, all the 3 wide receivers over to the left side.
There it
Looking
is.
to the left sideline. And that's Wyatt Thompson on the reception.
And I've done that so many times before as a young play caller. You go back and you look at film and you're like, darn it, I should have ran it to the wide side of the field. But
well, it's a learning experience.
It is. It is not only for the players, but it is for the coaches.
And, Coach Rohr in his 7th season, 45-24 with the Mount Horeb Vikings. 7 consecutive playoff appearances. And it's 3rd and 6 for his offense. And there's a handoff up the gut on the delay. Just takes quite a lick up at about the 30-yard line, but Thompson still picking up the Green Bay Packer first down. And so just chipping away, nothing really that pretty. But
the thing that they're still running their zone scheme, and but they're running someone right at number 7 there.
Well, the pace is picking up now.
And so that should have been a pull right there. Number 99 came flat down the line of scrimmage. Max said, "Look at the side. There's no one over there. If he would have pulled that ball, he'd still be running."
Well, at what point during this drive do you start going play action? I mean, you have the defense thinking run on almost every play, right?
Well, maybe in a second short situation, definitely or inside the 20-yard line, definitely play action.
All right, well, it is 2nd and 10 from the 30 of Monona Grove. 5.5 to play in the 3rd quarter, down 20-16. And you can catch this game replayed this weekend, Saturday, and also Sunday, before or after the Badger and Packer game. So the Packer game is currently going on. 2nd and 10 for Mount Horeb. This time we'll take a look at our sponsors, CW Talk of the Town. News talk format featuring fresh, lively discussions of Wisconsin icons, leaders, movers, and shakers. And here we go, 2nd and 10. Running off the back of his feet, just the defense getting into the backfield, and not much Myler could have done.
Well, they're trying to set up a screen right there, and MG sniffed it out and had it pretty well covered. He wouldn't have, even if that pass was completed, Thompson didn't have a good chance of getting any positive yardage out.
Well, yeah, maybe he wasn't even trying to complete that pass, just get that out there and make sure it's eligible receiver.
Away. And that's what you tell your quarterback to do in that situation. When your screen man's covered, you throw it right at his feet.
All right, 3rd and 10 from the 30. This time they do pass right down the middle to Reckner. He splits the defender. Is he going to get a touchdown? You're kidding me. Splitting the defense, and Mount Horeb is going to take the lead.
There's your play action pass that you called, Eric.
Well, that was not even he shouldn't have broken the tackle, but he did. Reckner just splitting the defense and getting past the safeties.
Well, Reckner did very well is he accelerated his feet through contact, and that's what you try to teach a ball carrier, is that when you expect contact, you have defenders close to you, whether you're whether you're an offensive player with the ball or even a defensive player, you accelerate your feet through contact, and that's what he did well. He lowered his center of gravity, his shoulders were square, accelerated, people bounced off him, and he scored.
Well, and look at this. They're sticking with Bruhan on the extra points. So see at what point they take your advice. So here comes the extra point. Low snap. There's a hold and nearly blocked, but it's up and good. So Bruhan does his job and makes it a 23-20 Mount Horeb lead. The first lead of the game, but here is a flag. Hold on.
It's going to be a roughing the...
We got a player down here. Is that Bruhan getting stretched out? Yeah, I wonder. That's
cramping.
Yeah, that cramp and this weather getting to you. We had talked with Coach Stassi earlier. Said getting that potassium is going to be important to both his players and Mount Horeb's. And there you see Coach Rohrer.
Yep, they're going to accept that penalty on the kickoff, so it'll adjust where the kick will be kicked from.
So we'll end up being still a 23-20 score. So we have this injury here while this player is going to have to be just checked out by the training staff real quick, make sure he gets his water and potassium. And I think at this point it's a good time to take a commercial break, so we'll be right back after the kickoff here for the Kickoff Bowl on CW57 Sports.
See, we're first at showing the best stories, like when Justin's driving at really high speeds and forgot to wear his diaper when he had to wee-wee. Or when Kim Burke, baby Northwest, or when Kanye got in a pocket-sized mess. If it happened here, it happened on TFC.
I'm Jessa Jeremiah, inviting you to watch Talk of the Town, where we invite local business owners on to talk about news and information, all right here on the CW57.
I figured those. Back here for the kickoff here after the touchdown. It's 23-20 now in favor of Mount Horeb. Just taking over MG. The great pass down the middle from Max Myler to Trey Reckner. He splits the defense, scores, and the extra point from Bruhan puts them up 23-20. And the tables have turned in this game. It seemed to be all in favor of Monona Grove, and you got to wonder at what point at the end of the first half they say, we really needed that touchdown.
We had a new kicker here.
And so here we go for the kickoff after the touchdown. It's going to be number 13 kicking it off, Danny Glanzer. And Glanzer will tee it up. It's a spiraling kick down towards the goal line. Taken by Brady Blang. He's got a little bit of hole, but it closes quickly and taken down hard at the 25-yard line. It's going to be a little bit slow to get up, but good sportsmanship there between the players.
Trevor Dahlk made that tackle. It was a nice tackle by Trevor Dahlk.
And our sponsors here for the game, the Green Bay Packers, proud supporters of Wisconsin high school football. For more information on the Packers' involvement in youth and high school football, please visit packers.com/youthfootball. Also, Cousin Subs, proud sponsors of high school football and the Monona Grove Silver Eagles. Cousin Subs, better bread, better subs, better day. And there's a snap. And not much there for Torin Young.
Never good when you have offensive linemen standing around and not blocking anybody.
Well, you tell them to take up space, but be effective with the way you're taking up that space.
Yeah, it was a good job by Mount Horeb that time, getting off blocks and really corralling Torin Young.
Stephen Martine is going to look for a more effective drive this time. Out of shotgun. One receiver to each side. Hands off Torin Young, right side. And the pocket, the hole is going to break down, and looks like it's going to be a loss of about 1 or 2. So not too effective running the football in this drive so far.
Well, I think that score by the offense has really energized the Mount Horeb defense. and they're fresh. You got some fresh bodies in there. Neat thing about talking with Coach Rohr, they're a two. For a small community, they are a 2-platoon football team, which means they have guys only going one way, and that's a big advantage. Not only when you're able to coach guys, but as far as rotation, if you're able to rotate guys through, especially that defensive line, you can keep guys fresh a long time.
Well, you talk about being fresh, or MG is going to need 2 new players, as both players are having hamstrings stretched out by the training staff. So it looks like the weather and the humidity is starting to get to both these teams now. It's going to be a war of attrition, I think, from here on out. So I think
you gotta in this situation.
Maybe we should take a break while we have these players on the field. We'll be right back for the CW57 Sports.
Before I joined ITT Tech, I felt like I know I could do better. I know I could do a lot better with my life. My name is Edgar Santos, and I'm from Houston, Texas. I did 3 tours in Iraq. I spent a total of 26 months there. I knew I wanted to be in the field of engineering, drawing something.
Thanks to him going to school, I get to stay home and take care of my kids.
Actually, my wife is very proud. When people ask her, what does your husband do? She's probably says, oh, he's the general manager of an engineering company.
We're living a better life now.
I'm very happy and blessed to actually be where I'm at right now.
Scholarships and financial aid are available for students who qualify. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web. ITT Technical Institute. Education for the future.
Back here at MG High School, Monona Grove running a 3rd and 11 play. There's the pitch to the right side, Torin Young. He's not going to pick up the first down, but he'll pick up about 8. And now we're under 4 minutes here.
Another player down. On that option play, Stephen Martin needs to attack the inside shoulder of that defensive end. And the reason why you want to attack the inside shoulder is because you want that defensive end to attack the quarterback so that you can pitch the ball to the running back. In that situation, you really want the ball to go to the running back. He bellied it a little bit, allowed the defensive end to really slow play it and belly out with him.
So as you're saying is, didn't bring him in close enough to him.
Yeah, it wasn't really an option. And when you pitch late like that, you allow the defense to flow. And Torin Young did a great job to get his shoulders square upfield and get 6-7 yards, but you're going to be short.
And while we're here with injury, I mean, we're here in the Kickoff Bowl. Got Trey Powers down, and he appears to be up now for MG. But this is the Kickoff Bowl. We've got the Monterey Bowl coming up. We've got quite a few other games in this bowl series. The Isthmus Bowl is going to be after that, and we've got the Beltline Bowl, and we've got a whole bunch of stuff here for you on the CW57. And heck, why not? We have a Cheese Bowl, Adam. We got a Cheese Bowl.
Yeah, that's coming up at the end of the season against the Stoughton Vikings and the Edgewood Crusaders.
And now it's 4th and 4 for Mount Horeb, for MG. And here's the low snap and the punt. Fielded about the 35-yard line or 30-yard line. Taken down at about the 36, 37-yard line. And that's where Mount Horeb will start.
Hopefully the coaching staff will get him on the sideline and coach him up. You never want to let that ball hit the ground. You never know when it's going to bounce. If you have an opportunity to catch it, you got to catch it. Look it into the tuck and get as much as you can upfield. Allow that ball to drop, hit the ground, slows everything down. Coverage is able to corral, and you're really not. Even if you get the ball, you're not going to get a whole lot of yards out of it.
Well, yeah, Mount Horeb not doing a great job on the punt returns, gaining probably an average of 3 yards per punt return.
Special teams, it's huge.
And here we go, the Mount Horeb offense. And Max Myler hooked up with Trey Reckner their last time on the field. They're up 23-20 now. 3.5 to play in the third quarter. There's the handoff.
Double tight end set there on the inside zone. So a little bit different look formation-wise than what they've shown so far this game.
This game brought to you by the Restaurant Show. It's Wisconsin's official television guide to the best restaurants around. Life is too short to eat average, so skip the rest and enjoy the best. We'll tell you where to go right here on the Restaurant Show on the CW57. And that's second and 9. Look at the deep throw from Myler out of the outstretched arms of Reckner. So trying to hit his, what appears to be his favorite target here tonight, Adam.
They had 4 verticals going there, and what you want to, hopefully you're teaching wide receivers to do when you're running verticals is spacing, but also to when you're running the outside receivers is called create a box.
It's not as simple as just sprinting down the field.
No, not in that situation. You want to create what's called create a box, and that's yardage between you and the sideline to allow the ball to be dropped into. If you're right up against the sideline, you have the defense is on your hip. There's no place for that ball to go but out of bounds. So as a receiver, you got to create that box, create that space to allow for the quarterback to drop that into, to keep it away from the DB and give you the chance to throw the ball. The only time you want to be on the sideline is against a cover 2.
Well, after the incompletion, it's 3rd and 9 for Mount Horeb. Max Myler talking with some receivers, and it's talking with Kuhn over there and Cole Brewer. Trying to get the clock operators going here at MG High School. And, at this point, Girl Talk. It's CW57's Girl Talk. It's a platform for women to showcase their talents and knowledge on current issues and agendas affecting the women of today. If you want to be on Girl Talk, 608-270-5700. And here's the 3rd and 9 play. Dragged down for a sack. MG, and getting into the backfield is Tanner Dahlhauser.
Dahlhauser did a great job coming off the edge, coming in at the right angle. You want to teach your guys to come and hit to the back hip of the ball carrier, the quarterback in that case. Myler wasn't able to spin out of that because Dahlhaus did a great job of having a perfect pursuit angle, and he was able to bring him down for the sack.
Well, you do what you can as an offensive line, but now it's 4th and 23, and Myler's still in there, but he'll be punting. Has to take another step back. And a very high punt as he had the defense coming in quickly. Caught by Torrin Young on the sideline, though. So that's over about they're going to call this about midfield, and that's where Monona Grove will be starting, working to the left now with 2 minutes and 8 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
We've seen snaps come into play here, bad snaps. Mount Horeb had a bad snap on a punt that allowed for a Mount Horeb safety. We've had muff snaps on extra points, high snaps on punts as well. It really throws off the timing and rushes people when we have those bad snaps.
And here we go out of shotgun is Martine. Looking right side and into the defense, right out of the hands. That should have been intercepted, but it looks like Grant Nortman.
I really don't know what he was looking at here. That guy was, Brady Blang was smothered by 2 guys.
So yeah, obviously
it was a very poor read. Luckily it wasn't intercepted. It gets 2nd and 10, and let's see if he makes a play right here.
Yeah, they come back, 2nd and 10, ball on the 48-yard line of Mount Horeb. Monona Grove looking to answer the touchdown scored just a couple drives ago by Mount Horeb. Fakes the handoff, play action down the middle into triple coverage, and is that picked off? It appears it is. The official calls it's intercepted. It's Colin Byer.
And again, another poor read by Martini. He had Trey Young right down the middle, in the middle of the field, wide open, nobody around him. And again, if I'm Coach Stassi, I'm pulling my young quarterback aside, and I'm saying we got to make simple reads. And if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm trying to give him plays to be successful. And in that situation, we didn't do a good job of being successful. I'm got to give that ball to Torrin Young.
Do you think maybe he locked onto his receiver, and that's all I can think of for
absolutely
a mistake like that?
He's a young quarterback, and that's the kind of the growing pains you go through with a young inexperienced quarterback. Even though he might be a senior, he's inexperienced.
Yeah, his first year starting.
And going against someone or a team like Mount Horeb.
And so Myler and the Mount Horeb offense will come out. 1st and 10 on their own 11. And
well, there was a pull right there by Myler. And again, it's not, it's going to be end up for minus yardage. But
just a broken play, I guess.
What you're trying to gain out of that, though, is holding that defensive end at bay to allow your 5 to go against their 4.
It's going to be 2nd and 11 from their own 10-yard line. Here's Mount Horeb. Here's the end in motion, and he takes the handoff. He's going to pick up. See, he's getting out to about the 15-yard line, I'd say.
That's a good
so
job.
Wyatt Thompson again on the carry.
Thompson on the jet sweep to make something out of nothing. He didn't have a whole lot. MG did a great job of spilling and causing him to have to go laterally. He did a good job getting his shoulders turned, making a spin move, breaking a tackle, and getting 5-6 yards and putting yourself instead of a 3rd and long into a 3rd and manageable here.
It's 3rd and 6. And Myler looking to the right, down the middle. He's got a receiver, but in and out of his hands. Was that Reckner? I believe it was. Yes, Reckner trying to slide and catch as he was drifting towards the sideline, and that goes incomplete. It's 4th and 6.
It's a good ball by Myler. We got to catch. Use your hands. It's all about hand position. He tried to catch the ball with his body there. And again, wet conditions, slippery conditions. The ball just slipped right out. I know he's going to want to have that one back. I know he will. But the thing is also, as a play caller, you can put a little mark on that play and come back to it because that play was open.
Well, 4th and 6, and Myler will be punting. The ball is on their own 16-yard line for Mount Horeb.
And the thing is, Reckner has also showed that he can catch the ball tonight. So, I mean, it's blocked.
And there's the block. And who's recovering that ball? Mount Horeb does, it looks like. But
it's going to be MG's ball inside the 5-yard
either way.
line. Special teams. It's been huge tonight. It's a question we posed to Coach Stassi, and he thought there would be a big deal, and they were. Another high snap. MG's been getting great penetration. I don't know why they haven't gone for the block so far.
Well, Jackson Riley in on the block on that play, and then recovered by Joel O'Donnell, the defensive end, and it's going to give outstanding field position for
the 28.
Monona Grove here. So Torin Young is in the backfield there, and this is their chance to really punch it in and take over this game.
You got a Green Bay Packer timeout right here, Erica.
So while we have a second, I guess we'll come back. We have 35 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. We'll take it to commercial while they're in timeout. We'll be right back for CW57 Sports.
Wayne Kimmel and family of Cousin Subs are proud supporters of the Monona Grove Silver Eagles. Brought to you by Cousin Subs on Monona Drive. Cousin Subs, better bread, better subs, better day. Go Silver Eagles!
I'm Jessa Jeremiah, your host for Talk of the Town, inviting you to watch this week's episode. We have a great episode for you. Dr. Marcia is back and giving us some great pointers for back to school. And we have the Boys and Girls Club here talking about some excellent fall events, all right here on the CW57.
Back into Monona Grove High School. Out of the Green Bay Packers timeout, I'm Eric Rogers along with Coach Adam Smith. Monona Grove in a great field position here with 1st and goal on the 4-yard line after the blocked punt. You said give it to Torin Young, just hand it off?
I'd give it to him 4 times in a row here.
So 4 plays he got, and 4 plays to Torin Young if it takes that. So this is Coach Smith's prediction, and we'll see what MG does.
Oh, fumble.
So we got bobbled snap, and that's going to be a broken play. I guess you can't really hand it off if you don't get the clean snap. So the clock continues to tick. See if they get another play off before the end of
they don't have to run another
quarter
play
number
here,
3. They might just be willing to take this out. Got 10 seconds now and counting. And we will be sending it down. shortly to our sideline reporters, Janet and Elise, who have a special interview for us at the conclusion of the third quarter here. And while we have a second, we'll take a look at our sponsors here. A1 Furniture and Bedding. Thank you to Paul Conarella and the good people over at A1 Furniture for supporting us this season as our official Bowl Series sponsor. A1 Furniture and Bedding, over 30 years of providing the best prices and best service. Also, the Green Bay Packers, proud supporters of Wisconsin high school football. For more information on the Packers' involvement in youth and high school football, please visit packers.com/youthfootball. And we'll send it down to Janet and Elise, hopefully, who will have our interviews here with a few of our players. So we'll actually, let's just send it down to commercials real quick, and then we'll hit up Janet and Elise here on CW57 Sports.
I'm Jessa Jeremiah, your host for Talk of the Town, inviting you to watch this week's episode. We have a great episode for you. Dr. Marcia is back and giving us some great pointers for back to school. And we have the Boys and Girls Club here talking about some excellent fall events, all right here on the CW57.
It was a very exciting third quarter here at the A1 Furniture Kickoff Bowl. I'm here with two seniors from Monona Grove Dance Squad, Isabel and Abby. Hi girls, how are you doing?
Good.
Super exciting game. Tell us a little bit about the dance squad. What is your favorite part about being here, being on the team?
I love that we all just met pretty much. We have a lot of new people, but we dance like we're already a team, and we work really hard during practices, and it shows. So
that's fantastic. How about you, Abby?
It's so exhilarating to run out onto the field/court, and that's just one of the greatest parts of being on the dance team.
I know, and having all of your friends that got your back and just having a great time together, it seems like.
Yeah, definitely.
So what else is going on for this year? Homecoming's coming up. What are you excited for?
Well, every year we do guy-girl, so we'll dance with one of the football players, and then in September, around the 20th, we have a competition, so it's really
So are you looking for dates?
Not
really.
We should probably end with that. Thanks, girls. Good luck with the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Have a great night.
We have our athletic director, activities director, Jeff Schreiner, next.
We got celebs from A to Z, Tiger Woods to Charlie Sheen. It's all right here on TMZ. We're first at showing the best stories, like when Justin's driving at really high speeds and forgot to wear his diaper when he had to wee-wee. Or when Kim Burke, baby Northwest, or when Kanye got in a pop-sized mess, when Reese showed off her legal skills, or when Lindsay tricked Oprah into paying her bills. If it happened here, it happened on TMZ.
Inside your body could be the map to a whole new world.
My name is Barry Allen, and I am the fastest man alive.
Welcome back to Monona Grove High School. Monona Grove just put themselves up with a Torin Young touchdown. So we will send it down back to Janet and Elise. Sorry, they are not quite ready yet. Well, let's take a look at this this touchdown run we had from Torin Young. They're now up 27-23 to start this fourth quarter. Adam, it's starting to be a really close game. You know, the defenses were really holding up in the first half, and now the offense is seeming to kind of find things that are working for them. And it looks like for Monona Grove, it's Torin Young.
Yeah, both teams have done a really good job adjusting at halftime and coming out and executing. And like I called, you know, they got the ball to Torin Young, and he put it in the end zone.
Give it to the hot hand, and here's Mount Horeb on the kick return. And this time, special teams a little bit better than your usual return. This time, is that Conrad has been outstanding when it comes to kickoff returns, bringing it up to near the 50 every time for the Mount Horeb offense, and he did it there again.
It's been huge. He's been a really good. He's done a really good job. Not only him, as far as finding a crease and getting in it and through it, but his teammates on this team has done a really good job of keeping a hat on, and it's really hard to block in space, especially for a long amount of time that it takes on a kickoff. And they've done a really good job keeping a hat, moving their feet, and starting off with great field position again, hopefully to answer MG's score.
Well, it's reflecting on the scoreboard, and here's Max Myler in the offense. Right back on the field, rolling right, pump fakes, tucks it, throws, and completed. It looked like just a desperation pass, but he caught it for near a first down. And that's going to be a pass to Cole Brewer, the 5'8", 155 senior.
Well, he bought as much time as he possibly could.
He just got out of the hands of Jackson Riley, was diving for him.
Great vision. Way to keep your eyes down the field. Put that ball in a position where only Cole could have caught it and put yourself in a really good possession here in 2nd and 1.
And while Wyatt Thompson just bounced off the defender, should have been stopped for no gain. Instead, he picks up about 5-6 yards, and it's going to be a Packer first down for the Mount Horeb Vikings.
Again, great effort. You tell your ball carriers, accelerate your feet through contact. They tried to tackle him high. He kept those legs churning and was able to spin out of the tackle and get another Green Bay Packers first down.
So it will be 1st and 10 on the 35 of Monona Grove. Up 20 or down 27-23, I should say. Mount Horeb just gave up that touchdown run to Torrin Young with 11 minutes and 8 seconds to play in the 4th quarter and the first game of the season, the Kickoff Bowl. They've got another player down on the field. This cramping is really getting to the players, and I guess while we have a second, let's take a look at our sponsors. The A-1 Furniture and Bedding is the sponsor for the season, the official Bowl Series sponsor. A-1 Furniture and Bedding, over 30 years of providing the best prices and best service. And the Green Bay Packers, proud supporters of Wisconsin high school football. For more information, go to packers.com/youthfootball.
Both teams ended a really good job responding to one another. It certainly shows that the high character that both of these programs have and the resiliency that these young men are putting forth. And they're all giving a great effort out there. It's hot, it's muggy, it's humid, it's slippery conditions, the ball is slick, and they just keep in and putting forth great effort out there. Hats off to both programs and their kids. They're doing a fabulous job out here in this first game of the season, providing really good theater right here. I mean, 27-23, 4th quarter, going back and forth. Couldn't ask for a better game to kick off the season here.
Well, how about Wanakee last Thursday night getting the win, and it was a big night for Laufenberg. The running back had 5 touchdowns and over 300 yards of offense to lead the Wanakee Warriors, and they believe they're back this year, so Wanakee would be a team to keep your eye on as the season progresses. And so that was the first game of the 2014 season. And so here, this is the Kickoff Bowl, the first Friday night game.
Yeah, I believe we have Wanakee versus DeForest for the Battle Axe Bowl here in a couple of weeks.
And now here's 1st and 10. Handoff again to Thompson.
Outside zone play.
And no way. Did he really slip along the sideline? He's gone. Thompson with the touchdown to put Mount Horeb ahead.
Poor tackling. Everybody tried to wrap him up high. He kept those legs going. Outside zone here. Gets to the outside. Squares up. See, everybody's high. Arm tackling. Slips through. Is breaking through. Love that to see the ball high and tight across the chest as well as he takes it to the house.
Do you think it has anything to do with wearing number 25 and being red and white? Does that look familiar to you at all?
I'm sure Melvin Gordon, if he's watching, he would have been really, really proud of that play right there. That was a heck of a run by Thompson.
And now here's the extra point, you would assume. And
it's an important extra point here.
It's an extra point for
Glanzer.
It's blocked. And
again, special teams are coming up huge. These little points add up, and it can come down to a field goal here, a 1-point game. It's what it looked like this ball, this game is coming down to, is whoever holds the ball last is going to win this game.
Well, yeah, it's definitely been a back and forth battle here in the second half.
These kids are tired. They've put in forth great effort. They've sweated out a lot of energy. And I think it is going to come down to who can hold on to this ball, who doesn't turn it over, and basically who has the ball last.
And it's a one possession game, and football, anything can happen, especially in these conditions. And the Kickoff Bowl is proving to be an instant classic here on the CW57 Sports. And I guess at this point we will send it to commercial. We'll be right back for the kickoff on CW57 Sports.
It's the great tent event at A-1 Furniture. Sofas $299, 5-piece living room sets $699, bedroom sets $499, and so much more. Plus, 1 year free financing. A-1 Furniture's great tent event going on now.
I'm Jessa Jeremiah, your host for the restaurant show. We have an awesome show for you this week, so join us. We have the Mustard Museum here, and they are going to teach us how to cook with mustard, and the Green Owl Cafe is here making some delicious and nutritious dishes you don't want to miss. All right here on the restaurant show, right here on the CW57.
It's the great tent event at A1 Furniture. Twin mattresses $99, queen sets $199, memory foam queen sets $499, and so much more. Plus, 1 year free financing. A1 Furniture's great tent event going on now.
Back here at Monona Grove High School, after having the extra point block, Glanzer will squib kick it and lost. But Monona Grove will still maintain possession to start off here, and they're down 2 points now. They're down 27-29 after the touchdown by Wyatt Thompson, just breaking tackles, running down the sidelines, and we have 11 minutes to play in the Kickoff Bowl. So now it's Stephen Martin and the offense coming back out for MG, trying to once again answer the call. We'll see if they go with Torrin Young again, and who's going to carry this team.
Well, Martin has proven so far that his decision-making's a little shaky right now. Again, I'd be handing the ball to number 34 and 28, and again, putting Martin in situations where he can make a nice, easy read.
Oh, there he does
the
fake.
There it is. That's a nice, easy read right there.
Wide open is Trey Powers, but just out of the reach of his fingertips. Trey Powers had a step on the defender, and a big gain would have brought him down to about the 30-yard line of Mount Horeb, but instead it goes down as an incompletion on the play action.
MG, I don't understand right now what their thought process is in their play calling. I mean, all these deep balls, he's luckily completed one. But he's 1 of 6 on his deep balls, including an interception, and so it's
well, both of these quarterbacks having a little bit of trouble with those deep passes. And here's Martin on a 2nd and 10 out of the shotgun, hands off Torrin Young.
There we go.
Skips off a defender and picks up a few extra yardage. Moves the ball up to the 37 for a 4-yard gain.
And could have done that on first down. You would have been 2nd and manageable. Now we're 3rd down. 3rd and medium, I like to call it.
And it's 3rd and 6 from their own 37-yard line. The MG student section is getting loud for their team. A 3rd down they need to pick up. Martin, shotgun, takes a snap. Looking down the left side. He hits Jackson. And he's going to pick up what appears to be a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
That was a really nice ball by Martin right there. Now that was a simple read. Jackson Riley's a big target. He posted up right at the 1st down marker. Ball's placed right on target. He's good route running. Ran past the 1st down marker. Worked his way back so that when he caught the ball, he was still past the 1st down marker. It's another Green Bay 1st down for the MG Silver Eagles.
And they're down 27-29 with 9:53 to play. 1st and 10 from their own 44. Out of shotgun, hands off. That's Brady Blang. Just about gets through the defenders, but picks up a nice 4-yard gain to the right side. So good vision. He didn't get through the hole, but you hold on to the football and you pick up the yardage you can get.
It looks like Torrin Young right now is taking taking a break, getting some water. I'm sure they're going to get him back in as soon as they can. There's a great run by Brady Blank again, setting up second and medium, and that's where you want to be as a play caller at the very least on second down. Really continues to open up your playbook.
And here we go for a 2nd and 6 from the 49. Brady Blank the other way, takes the handoff, sheds off the defender. He's going to get close to the first down. He does, and he picks up about 9 yards on the carry. He's going to get into Mount Horeb territory and pick up a Packer first down.
Brady Blank did a great job being patient on that jet screen, allowing his blockers to get in front of him, maintain their blocks. Loved how he planted, got his shoulders square up the field, got that first down, accelerated his feet through contact.
Well, here we go. It's 1st and 10 on the 43-yard line of Mount Horeb. 8:48 to play, down 27-29. Monona Grove out of the shotgun, hands off. Brady Blank torn down in the backfield and spun around by 3 Mount Horeb defenders, led by Grant Nortman.
Try to run a little counter action off that jet sweep look. Great job by Nortman of staying home and shedding his block and making a tackle in the backfield.
And it does make it a manageable, so you're going to call this a 2nd and 12. So
Torrin Young is still not on the field.
So they move backwards on the play. 8 minutes to play in this game. It's 2nd and 12 from the 45. Fakes the handoff this time. Looking deep down the middle, right over the outstretched arms of Brady Blank. That time just not having the touch he needed. Martine just missed the mark.
Martine, ran a play that same play 2 plays ago when they overthrew number 20 Powers. This time they tried to hit Blank down the middle. That needed to be a level 2 pass, trying to complete that pass at about 15 to 18 yards. That's not a level 3 pass. Your typical rainbow, your 30, your 20-plus yard, rainbow bomb. That pass needs to be at a level 2 at about 8 feet just over the linebackers, trying to complete that at about 15 to 18 yards, and that would have been a big completion.
Well, time is becoming a factor. It's 3rd and 12 after the incompletion. Fakes the handoff again. Pocket breaking down. Martine being chased. He's going to have to lob it up. His throw is out of the bounds, and that's going to be an incompletion and a 4th and 12.
Well, Martine showed his arm scrape right there, throwing off his back foot. He threw that ball about 20 yards.
Got it past the line of scrimmage.
Got it past the line of scrimmage and out of bounds. It was a great throwaway. Saved the sack. Save a good 15, 17 yards right there by being smart and throwing that ball out of bounds.
Well, the clock becomes an enemy as well at this point now that you're punting.
But one thing MG has done is they have proven that they've been able to stop the run outside of that last play.
And the ball just about stops outside the goal line. Instead, it rolls in, goes for a touchback, and Mount Horeb will start from their own 20-yard line with 7:34 to play and a 2-point lead.
Outside of Wyatt Thompson's run for a touchdown last series, MG has done a pretty good job of stopping their Mount Horeb's run game. So let's see if they can continue to do that. If they don't, this game could be over.
And while both defenses have interceptions, Monona Grove was able to get an interception in the first half and take it the other way for a score. So the MG defense looking for similar results, while Mount Horeb is looking to build on last series where, as you said, Wyatt Thompson just breaking tackles and tiptoeing down the sideline. And here's Myler handing it off. This time it appears that's Bloom on the carry. Goes down for probably a loss of a couple.
Joel O'Donnell on the play. Again, they know that Mount Horeb is going to try to run the ball. So, again, their defense has been coached up. They know the situation. They're going to be looking for that run, trying to stop that run. And Mount Horeb here is going to try to slow it down.
Well, you want to chew up clock, but also be effective and try to come away with points on the drive and deep in their own territory.
Well, time is a factor here. Obviously, you don't want to lose yardage like they did, but you also want to chew up clock, play field position. Their defense in the second half or in the fourth quarter anyway, has proven that they've been able to stop MG.
And Bloom makes up for the yardage on the reception, takes it out to about the 21-yard line, and the clock continues to move. It'll be 3rd and about 9. They'll call it 3rd and 10 for Mount Horeb.
Those little screen plays are just like extended handoffs. They're simple, easy passes that get the guy out in space quick.
And theoretically high percentage.
High percentage. You see their huddle in here, a sugar huddle. 3rd and long.
3rd and 10, the MG crowd trying to get the defense into it. 6:15 on the clock and counting. 3rd and 10 from their own 20. Myler takes a snap, and he's
got room.
Running left.
Stay in bounds.
He runs out of bounds, shoved out, and runs into one of the coaching staff members of Monona Grove, but that will stop the clock with 6:05 to play. Doesn't pick up the first down, and they'll punt, so a good situation for Mount Horeb, or Monona Grove, rather.
Hopefully when he sees that on film, coaches let him know that in this situation you want the clock to continue running. You don't want to take the hit. You want to slide. You're not going to get the first down. You slide, you don't take the hit, and you keep that clock running. Now the clock is stopped. That's in MG's favor. And he should get pretty good field position here.
Well, 3 timeouts for Monona Grove if they need it, but they have 6:05 to mess with once they get this punt.
And we're going to see if Torrin Young is going to come on the field once they get this ball back.
High snap. MG brings pressure. Myler gets it away. Fielded at the 40. Going to the right side. Now left. And he's going to just be dragged down right at the 20-yard line.
Ball be at the 40-yard line there, Eric.
I don't pay attention to numbers. It's just, it doesn't mean anything, Adam. It's just football. And while we have a moment, let's just send it down to Janet and Elise, who are speaking with athletic director of Mount Horeb, or Monona Grove, sorry.
We're at the A-1 Kickoff Bowl, and with us, lucky for us, we have the activities director, Jeff Schreiner. Jeff, this game is going back and forth. Things we got on our side, though, is the school spirit and a great coaching staff. How do you get that school spirit that you've got so strong on your side?
Well, a lot of it does start with our coaches. They do a great job with our kids, and then it just goes to our teachers that are working with our kids at the games like this. But our school spirit is alive this year, and it's kind of a test of where our kids are at, and they're kind of bringing it tonight in this early preseason game, and we're looking for a great start this year.
Right, and hope that can carry you through to the next one and the next one after that. Your coaching staff is amazing, really great record. How do you get those coaches on your staff?
There again, I think they surround themselves with good people that want to work hard, and they're here every day putting the time and effort in and stuff, and they don't get enough 10 or 11 care from all of us, and I don't think they look for it, but they do a great job with our kids.
That's so cool, because the more than just the coaching, they're getting that role model, the life skills, and that carries and trickles down to a great school and great students.
That's right. It's kind of it's an overall deal, and it starts with our sports in the preseason, but it carries over into the school year, and our teachers do it in the classroom too. So together we try to get it all done, and we're real fortunate that we do it here at Monona Grove.
Monona Grove, a real good school. You've been here how many years?
Started my 16th year.
16 years. That's saying something right there. Stick around. You don't want to miss the end of this quarter.
And back up here in the broadcast booth, a first down, the Packers first down for the MG offense. Stephen Martin nailing Brady Blank for about a 15-20 yard gain there. And now here's the handoff to Young. Torrin Young is dragged down in the backfield, loses about 4 yards on the carry, and the clock continues to run. We're at 4:35 and counting, Adam.
Yeah, Brady Ewan just a moment ago took a nice easy pass by Martin out in the flat. He was able to churn it up the field and break a couple of tackles for a great gain.
And we have an injury timeout on the field.
Yeah, Torrin Young, you got to stop dancing. First 5 is the coaches. Next 5 is yours. You got to find a crease and get up in there. Got to get up the back of an offensive lineman in that situation. We got to get positive yards in this situation. We can't have negative yardage. We have too little time left.
And this game brought to you by CW57's Talk of the Town. It's a news talk format presenting fresh, lively discussions with Wisconsin's icons, leaders, movers, and shakers in a talk show format by providing one-on-one analysis of current issues. Also, the restaurant show is Wisconsin's official television guide to the best restaurants in town. Life's too short to eat average, so skip the rest and enjoy the best. We'll tell you where to go right here on the restaurant show. Also, Girl Talk. CW57's Girl Talk is a platform for women to showcase their knowledge on current issues and agendas affecting the women of today. Call 608-270-5700 or visit cw57.tv. And Adam, we have the player coming off the field is Ross Guyette, the right guard. Luckily, he was able to walk off under his own power.
Yeah, it looks like it was another cramping situation. Hopefully they'll stretch it out, get him watered up, get him back in there.
And out of the injury timeout, it's 2nd and 14 for Monona Grove. They trail Mount Horeb 27-29 after leading much of the contest. The second half has been a back-and-forth battle. And so now Steve Martine will look to move the ball, it appears, through the air on this play.
You see Mount Horeb and fumble.
The ball was snapped too early as Torrin Young was coming across through the face of Stephen Martine on the motion. And Monona Grove just has to eat that one and make it 3rd and long. And the clock continues to run, Adam. We're at 4 minutes.
You see Mount Horeb in a preview defense. They have 3 deep safeties. Their corners playing up, protecting the flats.
Middle
of the field is wide open.
3rd and 19. They need to get to the 29-yard line. And that ball intercepted. An ill-advised throw from Martine, intercepted by Johnny Fisher. The second interception he's thrown in the second half.
Again, you watch Martine's footwork. He was off balance there. His shoulders weren't square. His chest wasn't square to his target. Ball didn't have a lot on it. Even if it did have something on it, I don't think it was the best read in that situation, and maybe not a play call that would have helped. That offense there, and that especially the way Mount Horeb was playing defense. Had the corner in the flat, 3 deep safeties, the middle of the field is wide open in that situation. You got to take advantage of that. And the way that the tackling has been in the second half, you never know. Nice, easy 10-yard dump off in the middle, what you can get out of it. If anything, it's field position, and right now MG is just looking to stop the bleeding. They do have 3 timeouts with 3:31 left, and they know that, again, Mount Horeb's going to be running the ball here, trying to chew up that clock.
And they do hand off to Wyatt Thompson on the outside. He'll fall for about a gain of 3 or 4 yards, but he'll stay in bounds to keep that clock moving.
And it's a good job of going down and not going out of bounds. Got 4 yards on the play, and that's all you ask for as an offensive coordinator, is get me 4 at least. Got him 4, keeping second and manageable, and did a good job of staying in bounds, like you said there, Eric.
And they officially call it 2nd and 7 with 3 minutes to play. MG still not using those timeouts. So Myler will work out a shotgun, this time with Bloom in the backfield next to him. Hands off to Bloom, goes up the gut. No, that's Thompson, sorry. But he does pick up another 2 or 3 yards. And we got whistles, but yes, it looks like Monona Grove will finally take a Green Bay Packer timeout. And it's going to be 3rd and 4 for Mount Horeb. And while they are taking commercial break, or while they're taking timeout, we will take a commercial break, and we'll be back for 3rd and 4 from Monona Grove High School on CW57 Sports.
It's the great tent event at A-1 Furniture. Sofas $299, 5-piece living room sets $699, bedroom sets $499, and so much more. Plus, 1 year free financing. A-1 Furniture's great tent event going on now.
At Bella Domicile, we're not package-oriented, we're you-oriented. Custom cabinetry and design for your kitchen and bath or any room. Nesbitt Road, Madison.
It's the great tent event at A-1 Furniture. Twin mattresses $99, queen sets $199, memory foam queen sets $499, and so much more. Plus, 1 year free financing. A-1 Furniture's great tent event going on now.
Back here at Monona Grove High School, that 3rd and 4 will be wiped out with an illegal procedure from Mount Horeb. So
turns into 3rd and 9 right now. And again, I think if you're Mount Horeb, you're still thinking run the ball. Force MG to use another timeout, punt the ball, try to pin them deep, and then play defense.
Well, it's going to be 3rd and 9 from the Monona Grove 42-yard line, so out of field goal range. But Max Myler and Mount Horeb will try to get past the sticks here. There's a snap, rolling right, defense chasing. He's going to have to throw it away, and that's going to stop the clock, just what Monona Grove wanted on that one.
That he played right into Monona Grove's hands. They saved the timeout, stopped the clock. I don't think that's it's not a very, well, it's just a play that you usually don't see in that situation. 3rd and long, middle of the field.
They could have run
2.5. All you had to do was run. He could have went down. Take the sack. Just keep that clock running.
Well, because you're going to punt anyway.
You're going to punt anyway. Exactly. You could have ran 40 seconds off the clock.
And instead, they're going for it on 4th and 9,
it's
so
gonna
maybe
be a
this is why.
It's going to be a quick kick. Again, nobody's back. And they're going to pin them inside the 5.
If they can. And Riley Kuhn will pin it at the 1-yard line, so it's going to be a very long field.
We talked about this as one of the keys at the beginning of the game. Get MG in a position where they have to throw the ball, because that's not what they want to do. They want to run. And now we got an inexperienced quarterback backed up after throwing an interception in the last possession, trying to take his team 99 yards for the winning score. So he's in a high-pressure situation. If anybody's got him coached up, it's Coach Stassi. And see if they can get out of the shadow of their end zone here and get some yardage so that they can get a little bit of cushion.
So they'll take it out of shotgun. Martin, he takes a snap and rolls right. Now he's just going to have to throw it away. He just throws it right at the line of scrimmage. I don't know who he probably didn't have any intentional target, but that goes down as an incompletion. It's going to be 2nd and 10 from their own 1 with 2:17 to play, down 27-29, and an inexperienced quarterback. I don't know if you heard the news, Adam, but the Badgers had a quarterback battle going on. It's going to be Tanner McAvoy over Joel Stave.
Another situation where they're choosing athleticism over experience, and again, we'll see how that plays out with the Badgers season here. But coming up on 2nd and 10 here with an empty backfield, Mount Horeb is going to have their ears pinned back, and they're coming after them. Watch the ball.
And yeah, looks like we're going to get an offsides call, which would give MG a little bit of breathing room.
Well, that's what you tell even in that situation, they're going to be passing. You tell your defensive line, you're right there. You got to watch the ball. The ball's your trigger. Listen to the cadence. The ball moves, you move. Let's see what kind of plays they have at a backed up offense when they're down 2 with 2:17 left. They still have a couple of timeouts left, which is good. Should be trying to work the sidelines. Also in this situation with high school football, clock stops on a 1st down. So much like in college. So if they get a 1st down, clock is going to stop for this chains to set.
And so we'll keep it here with 2:17 to play. 2nd and 5 from the 6. Going long, it's high in the air, a wobbly pass, and not going to be caught by anybody. So I guess that could have ended up worse for Martin, but it's going to be 3rd and 5. So here we go with a 3rd and 5 from the 6-yard line. Stephen Martin and Monona Grove needs to get out of the shadow of their own end zone. 2:10 to play, down 27-29 in the kickoff bowl. He's looking, he's got time, he's going deep again, but there's no one open, and that was a good decision just by Colin Byer to drop that. I'm sure he was trying to intercept it, but
I've been really confused about the play calling of MG. And even in this situation, you're 3rd and 5. You need a first down. Get the first down. The clock stops. Run a play where you can get the first down, and again, continue momentum. He's just stepping back and chucking the ball up in the air.
I mean, I don't know if that could be a situation where the quarterback's just totally ignoring the coach's advice too. Being an inexperienced quarterback, just in a pressure situation, knows. Well, I just want to make a play.
Yeah, as a young quarterback, you got to let them know that we can't have that in this must-punt situation here.
Well, and they do punt. The coverage team will just let that one go. It's going to stop at about the 43-yard line of Mount Horeb. So Mount Horeb will start near midfield with 1:52 to play, and they can just milk the clock.
Yeah, that's a tough situation for Coach Stassi to try to punt that ball. Punt that ball away with so much, not a lot of time left. You only have 2 timeouts. The 2-minute warning's gone. If they get a first,
hope for a turnover.
First down. Yeah, well, that you're hoping for a turnover, but if they get a first down, this game's over.
They can only stop the clock twice with their 2 timeouts.
So, they're going to be running. Right behind their big offensive line.
And if you're Mount Horeb, don't try to second guess yourself and start, maybe I'll just do play action. Well, here is the handoff to the left side, and just absolutely demolished. And Thompson to the left side picks up about a yard or two.
We might have a holding call. And that's one of the things, even though time does go off the clock, it stops now. So that favors MG. You don't want to have a holding call in this situation, even though.
So you just decline the penalty and let it go to second down.
I would decline that penalty and let it go to second down. Absolutely.
So the officials trying to discuss what's. They just dropped the flag back on the field. So the MG coach is saying we're declining this. So the penalty is officially declined. It becomes second down and 10. So a good situation for MG. I mean, if they could legitimately stop this if everything stays between the sticks.
I'll take their second time out of the half. They'll have 1 left.
So the officials trying
you
to
talk
discuss.
about, Taylor McElvoy taking over for the Wisconsin Badgers. I know it was a lot of surprise to a lot of people.
Well, you take a guy who's, iffy as a pocket passer, or a guy who has some upside in being, a dual threat quarterback. Inexperienced versus we already kind of know what we have. I mean, you kind of take what you have. And, Gary Anderson, you talked about, we know who the starting quarterback is going to be, but we're not going to announce it. He didn't announce it. It was actually the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel who came out and said, we have 3 sources who say this is what's going to happen.
Yeah, it blew up on Twitter. I think it's a surprise, but then it's not a surprise. I think Coach Anderson is trying to establish his identity and what he does best and what that coaching staff does best, and this is the next step for them.
And here's a handoff as predicted to Wyatt Thompson. MG just trying to take him down, and they do. It was a 2nd and 11 play. It's a gain of about 1. So the clock stands at 1:39.
No timeouts left for MG, so they can't stop the clock.
So they will get this. They should have time, maybe to have a play with the ball.
And if I'm Mount Horeb, I'm talking to my kids about securing the ball.
And no stupid penalties.
No stupid penalties. Securing the football. They're going to be getting after it. Go down. Don't fight for extra yardage. Just go down. The clock is going to. I'd even take a delay of game. Let that clock go all the way down as far as I could. It's not going to matter as far as field position. I'll take the 5 yards. We're going to boot it down. They're going to have a long field because we've proven that we've been able to cover on punts. Punt return has not been an issue. The only issue that that MG is going to come after it. So again, we're talking about our punt protection on the sideline right now with all of our punt team. We're talking about the protection right now. Hopefully my long snapper is snapping, and so that we assure that we get the ball back to the punter and the punt off in time, because they're going to get after it.
Well, Mount Horeb looking to start the defending Division III champs off with a loss. They went 14-0 last season, and they're looking at the eyes of a potential first loss of the season. And here we go, running up the gut is Thompson for Mount Horeb, and he doesn't just go down, but he is able to secure the ball. That was actually Matt Bloom. And the clock sits at 1:25 and counting. The score is 29-27 in favor of Mount Horeb over Monona Grove in the Kickoff Bowl. It's now 4th and 4, ball on the 49-yard line.
And they're going to take this. You see Coach Rohr standing right next to the line judge. He's going to take this clock all the way down and call a timeout. And again, when they take this timeout, they're going to be talking to their punt team. They're going to make sure about their protection. You're telling your long snapper, nice and easy, get the ball back there. You're telling your quarterback, Max Myler, you're telling him, make sure you catch it, take one step, and let it ride.
And when you punt this, do you just punt it out of bounds, or you just punt it to the return man?
I think in this situation, you're just trying to get the ball off. You're telling your coverage guys, you need to cover, come to balance, sure tackles, swarm the ball. Done a great job of that so far tonight. You'd hate to have it come down to a punt return, but that's exactly what MG is saying. We're getting out. Hopefully they're going to get, we need a block, so they're going to be all out. So the punt returner is really, if the ball does get off, the punt returner really is going to be on his own to get as many yards as he can. He's not going to have a wall or any type of blocking scheme set up if they get after it.
Well, this game has really been a tale of two halves. It was defense in the first half. Pretty much seemed MG kind of had this game in hand, and as the second half got underway, I think it really all started with the end of that first half where MG didn't come up with a touchdown, and Mount Horeb, went into halftime with a little bit of mental momentum. And 4th and 4. Myler out of shotgun. Is he going to take a timeout? He does. And so he takes a Green Bay Packer timeout with 56 seconds left on the clock. Mount Horeb up 29-27.
And they stayed in their normal offensive set and looking for the quick kick there, and how the defense was going to set up, or where they might be looking to attack that, side as far as a block. They'll realign. Coaches up in the booth would talk to the coaches down on the field and see how MG lined up and see if they can predict where they were going to attack from, and then hopefully they'll make an adjustment and get this ball off.
And Monona Grove has really got to try and look at the positives right now. Hey, we're going to have time when we have this ball. Sure, we don't have any timeouts, but crazier things have happened. Just make sure you have great clock management when you do get this ball. And don't try to do anything too cute.
Again, the thing that they have the advantage is that on a first down, the clock stops. So they can get to the ball quick, spike it, and they have another down, stop the clock.
Well, here's Myler in a max protection situation, but they get to him nearly, and that ball is going to be down to the 15-yard line. And Monona Grove is going to be tackled around the 16-yard line is where they will start with 45 seconds. 1st and 10 from the 15, down by 2. A field goal will win it. What do they need to do to get in the position?
Well, if Mount Horeb is going to run that same prevent defense with those 3 deep safeties and the corners sitting in the flats, the middle of the field is wide open. They've proven that they can get a receiver open in the middle of the field. They just haven't proven to be able to complete it. Brady Ewan has been open in the middle of the field. You look at the middle of the field; it's wide open right now. I'm trying to get the ball to him. He's proven he can break tackles. He's getting, 10 yards, get the first down. They keep these little rollouts and just chucking it up as hard, far as they can.
Well, there's the flag and a completion to Brady Blang on the far sideline near midfield. Actually, excuse me, that went to Jackson Riley.
And Jackson Riley has proven to be a good receiver tonight. He's, again, a big body. He used his body well there, caught the ball with his hands, and was able to get out of bounds as well.
Well, that's the best of both worlds, I think. If you're Monona Grove, you get the penalty, you get the completion, and out of bounds. And only a few ticks came off the clock. They got 37 seconds to work with.
Yeah, that double coverage, that ball should have never been completed. He had 2 defensive players right around him.
And Martine's gotten in the habit of throwing to the double and triple coverage.
He's thrown the ball up.
And the ball is on the 48-yard line of Mount Horeb.
Mount Horeb's got to do a better job of keeping their eyes to the ball when playing this zone defense. Never want to turn your back when you're playing zone.
Martine out of shotgun.
There's
Looks right, and into double coverage again. This time trying to find Powers in and out of the hands. A good breakup by the safety. And the clock does stop. 5 seconds come off the clock. It's 2nd and 10.
I think they're trying to buy some time in their pass protection by semi-rolling Martine out to the right or to the left, and they're just trying to buy some time.
But when you're the linemen, don't necessarily like when the quarterback gets outside the pocket. You start losing containment of where your guy is.
Well, you can have more gaps in your protection and allow for rush lanes. Yeah. But they also might be given a run option to Martine as well. If you get him outside the pocket, there's nothing there where he can run and get as much yards up the field and get out of bounds.
30 seconds to go.
There's the middle of the field, wide open.
And nearly intercepted. And while Martine getting lucky here tonight, a few instances where the ball could have been intercepted and maybe should have, and instead it goes down as an incompletion. It's 3rd and 10, and you see Schuchart over there on the sidelines practicing for a potential game-winning field goal if they can get into position.
Well, they need to attack the soft spot in this zone, and the soft spot in this zone right now is right in the middle.
And just a side note here, Schuchart, 6'3", 185, is all-conference honorable mention last year, so he's got a decent leg. I don't know what his range is, though. We may find out. 3rd and 10 from the 48, 27 seconds. Martine, decent protection. Throws it down the field and into double coverage again for Powers, and again an opportunity for him to come up with the ball, and he doesn't. Broken up again at the last second by the safety.
I don't know how the balls are getting through to the receiver hands when they have 2 guys surrounding the receiver.
Well, what's the rule as a receiver? If it's in your hands, you catch it.
It is, but again, it's a slick ball. It's muggy night. It is slick. He's hitting the ground hard, and you have to maintain control of the ball through contact with the ground. But again, they're just throwing the ball up in the air and not utilizing that. They send our outside guy the slot guy on a go route, and the outside guy on a 10-yard in, and it's going to be wide open.
Well, here it's 4th and 10. Caesar game on the line right here, and that's just going to be an incompletion, and Mount Horeb will win this game. Mount Horeb just knocked off the defending Division III state champions by a score of 29-27.
And what a great game this was for, both sides. It just gave so much effort and so much energy in these very humid conditions, and they fought the entire 48 minutes. And again, hats off to this program. MG's not down at all. They faced a very good Mount Horeb team who got it going in the second half. They proved that they were able to make the adjustments in the second half to pull out this victory. And it came down again to that last possession of the first half and not getting any points. They would have got points, they would have won this game.
And there's the kneel down, and that is officially the end of this game, as Mount Horeb will win by a score of 29-27 to knock off the Monona Grove Silver Eagles on the road. MG defense, they averaged 10.3 points per game last season, and I know they lost a lot of players. They had 1 returning starter, and they gave up 29 points tonight. But MG, Monona Grove, couldn't outdo what Mount Horeb did in the second half. Just a great effort by both teams, and Mount Horeb just came out on top on this one.
Again, a great effort there. MG's gonna bounce back. They're gonna see this game on film. They're gonna see the mistakes that they made. They're not glaring. I would hope that they're gonna continue to get the ball to Torrin Young, because he proved that he can make some plays. I didn't think they did a good enough job of getting the ball to him. And who's to say if the outcome would have been any different, but in the end, not getting any points out of that final possession of the first half, it really was the turning point in this game.
And at this point, we'll send it back to commercials, and we'll be right back with the wrap-up of this game and the presentation of our Player of the Game trophy.
It's the great tent event at A-1 Furniture. Sofas $299, 5-piece living room sets $699, bedroom sets $499, and so much more. Plus, 1 year free financing. A-1 Furniture's great tent event going on now.
At Bella Domicile, we're not package-oriented, we're you-oriented. Custom cabinetry and design for your kitchen and bath or any room. Nesbitt Road, Madison.
We got celebs from A to Z, Tiger Woods to Charlie Sheen. It's all right here on TMZ. We're first at showing the best stories, like when Justin's driving at really high speeds and forgot to wear his diaper when he had to wee-wee. Or when Kim Burke, baby Northwest, or when Kanye got in a pop-sized mess, when Reese showed off her legal skills, or when Lindsay tricked Oprah into paying her bills. If it happened here, it happened on TMZ.
Inside your body could be the map to a whole new world.
My name is Barry Allen, and I am the fastest man alive.
It's the great tent event at A1 Furniture. Twin mattresses $99, queen sets $199, memory foam queen sets $499, and so much more. Plus, 1 year free financing. A1 Furniture's great tent event going on now.
The Daisy Cafe and Cupcakery. Welcome to your all-day cafe.
Ready for lunch? Try the Daisy Burger. It's a flavorful chicken patty mixed with bacon and sun-dried tomatoes. Served with your choice of Fiesta Veggie Slaw, edamame salad, breakfast potatoes, or chips. All for just $8.99.
Dinner calling your name? Try our latest dish, Chicken Acapulco, while our friendly waitstaff brings you one of our signature cocktails, wine, or Madison area beers.
The Daisy Cafe and Cupcakery. Great food, local art, and of course, cupcakes.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Welcome back to Monona Grove High School for the conclusion of the Kickoff Bowl, where the Mount Horeb Vikings just knocked off the Monona Grove Silver Eagles by a score of 29-27. And I think maybe the biggest point that we can make here is Monona Grove had a chance at the end of the first half to come away with at least a field goal, which would have been the difference in this game. And they had poor clock management. They threw a pass out to the sideline. Player went down, didn't get the timeout in time, and now they lose by 2 points.
And it all comes down to, repping that situation in practice. Again, it's an experience that they're going to take from this film, and I'm sure Coach Stassi is talking about it right now, that, we played our butts off. We played against a really good Mount Horeb team. This isn't the end of our season. We got a lot of football playing to go. We're going to learn. We're going to watch this film. We're going to learn from our mistakes. We're going to practice them in practice and in different segments and situations. And again, it's just a very young team. Coach Stassi, said that earlier in the week. They're young on the offensive line. They're young on defense, and it showed. It showed tonight, especially at the quarterback position. But there's no doubt that I know that Steven Martinez is going to get better. He's going to bounce back from this. He's going to learn. He's going to hopefully learn to lean on Torin Young and Jackson Riley and Brady Blang, who again, all three of those players tonight showed that they can carry the rock and make plays for them and on offense. And again, they're going to learn from this experience, and it's going to come around again. It's going to come around again, and hopefully when they get in that situation, they know how to handle it. They know that they can't fight for extra yardage in that situation. They know they got to get down. They got 7 seconds, or they got to better yet, they got to run that route in the end zone. You know, that route needed to be run in the end zone, or throw that ball out of bounds. Give yourself time to at least get a field goal attempt. And again, I've been in that same situation and made the same mistakes and not told the quarterback those situations of what to do, and it's hurt us. And you only learn it by going through it. So, Coach Stasio coached these guys up. I have no doubt they're still going to be a contender for the Badger South title, no doubt about it. And
we'll see how these teams progress as the season goes along, and
they're going to progress. I have no doubt, no doubt in my mind that both these teams are going to progress, and they're going to be they're going to be something to reckon with in the playoffs.
And both these teams very actually similar as far as the way they run their offense. I mean, I know Mount Horeb ran a little bit more of a no huddle, a little faster paced offense, but both these teams had a good running back. They had a good quarterback, a young quarterback, an experienced quarterback, and it just happened to be that Mount Horeb made a few more plays as far as their skill players, and if it weren't for the skill of the receiving core of Monona Grove, they probably would have been out of this game earlier. So I think at this point that's about it here for Eric Rogers and Adam Smith, and we will head down to the field and present the trophy for CW57 Sports.
Hi, thanks for coming back. We're here in Monona Grove at the A-1 Kickoff Bowl, here with the head coach of Mount Horeb. Congratulations on your win. How does it feel?
Well, Mount Horeb Barneveld feels pretty good.
All right, there you go. I'm sorry about that.
That's all right. Hey, you know what? It all started the Monday after Thanksgiving. If guys aren't playing a sport in the winter, we got guys in the weight room, and we got guys that believe in our program. They believe in each other, and you know what? It showed up tonight. It was unreal. I mean, think about a week 1 game, and you get this type of atmosphere in this type of conditions, and you couldn't be more proud. Couldn't be more proud of our staff. Couldn't be more proud of our communities, and couldn't be more proud of these young men, because this memory is going to last a lifetime. It's pretty sweet.
Absolutely.
This was a tough game, back and forth, and we are really happy to present this trophy to you. This trophy is presented to you on behalf of A1 Furniture. Good job on a good game, and good job to all your guys.
Thank
you, guys.
Hey.
This is one big, heavy thing.
Hey, there we go, baby. That's just the start of the goal, right? Hey. Yes, sir. All right. Hey, Mo. Here we go.
Get a finger on it, baby.
Hey, here we go, baby. Hey, don't drop this thing on anyone. We can't afford any injuries. All right.
Nice job, guys. I want to ask you a few questions.
Okay. Go right ahead.
Great game, Coach.
Hey, not bad, huh?
Yeah. Congratulations. What do you come away with this win over a quality MG team?
I think it says we're pretty good. The MG, watching them on film, they flew around on defense, and they got big playmakers, and our guys stepped up. Now it's only week 1, so it doesn't really mean anything other than we're going to enjoy this one tonight and make good decisions, and then get ready for Stoughton next week.
Eric and I were talking during the telecast, especially at the end in the recap, that we thought the turning point in this game was your guys' stop on the goal line right before half, and we thought it was poor, play clock management on their point, or poor play call. What did you guys take out of that moment going into the locker room, and then coming out and be able to execute when you come back out?
Well, not only that, I think we had a couple series where we couldn't really get things going. We were shooting ourselves in the foot, and we kind of challenged our guys, and we had Max make 2 plays with his legs. I think that was the start of it. And then I think the finish of the first half is absolutely right, is just showing, at the goal line, we had 2 guys there. I mean, I know in years past, and we had a lot of guys that play with a lot of heart, but that might have been in. He might have been leaning forward. We worked too darn hard for that to happen, and that was, so that was pretty sweet. And going in, we all kind of knew that as coaches. But then we came out in the second half, they score. But we always talk about MHB heart, and our kids got a lot of it, and then we expect a lot of them. And tell you what, they showed it tonight.
They sure did, Coach.
Coach, we got about one more question for you, but I guess the simplest question is, what are you most proud of accomplishing tonight?
being an MG.
Fair enough. Yeah.
No, and I mean, and just their resilience tonight. I mean, it was 96 at the start. I mean, come on. For training camp, we had 3 weeks, and it was like 70. We kicked back, and all of a sudden, the first week we get we're in the Bahamas. All right. So,
well, congratulations to you, Coach, and you guys for a great game. Well fought. Good luck with the rest of the season. Thank you.
CW57 Sports.
Congratulations, Coach.
all right, thanks a lot.
You guys play a hell of a game.
Good job. Oh, man. Jeez. Live interview on